Sugar rush time.
Okay, let's try it again. Start the stream up.
I'm streaming.
Okay, it's stalled. No stream.
Shine bright like a diamond.
We had some down. Did you hear about fucking Larry Allen? What the hell, man?
Oh, yeah, I want to put that in show notes.
Dude, he's not that much older than us. And also, he bought a camera from me at Ritz Camera at Vista Ridge Mall.
Put that in show notes.
Okay. Okay. Let me shut this down and reopen show notes.
We are live.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Anybody like Rihanna that's listening yet?
Uh-huh.
How about our UK listeners? Do you like Beyonce? I mean, what's her name? Rihanna. She's the one that got the shit beat out of her by Chris Brown, right? Who is he?
And what's weird is like...
How did he stay not shunned?
I don't know. What's weird is right after that, I was down there in Houston for Hurricane Ike. Shortly after she got beat. Or after that, anyway. And there was a stripper at Treasures that was like...
They were there or something?
No, she was like, I'd still go out with him. I don't care. And I was like, he beat the shit out of Rihanna. You're not anything. What do you think he's going to do to you?
This is a show topic because there's also those weirdos that develop relationships with serial killers in prison.
Yeah.
Those women that think they're like, I'm married to Charles Manson, and I write him every day about how my vagina
is wet. Are they the ones
wet
that...
For him.
Are they the ones that
my loins
think
are
they
saved for him?
Or the ones that actually do get married to prisoners?
I think it goes that far. It's up to the prison. I think what happens is, you know what? Think Tank. We should start a dating app for serial killers because you know how much money we would make off of women
that want to date a serial killer?
That want to date a serial killer?
I think we would be held liable for that.
Well, I'm still talking about the ones that are incarcerated because that's what all these women are having relationships with.
Not the ones
guys
running around.
That'd be kind of hard to set up. But there is the technology. We've talked about it on our show.
There is the technology, and we just Chris Hansen them.
Well, no.
Oh, are you a serial killer? Oh, well, come on in.
Lick it off me.
Sit down. Did you know you were contacting a 15-year-old girl?
A 47-year-old man that's bald and has a beer gut and plays on the internet radios
we
every
reverse
week?
it. We tell the girls that. Did you know who you were talking to? This guy has killed 20 people. And then the cops arrest him. And
yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. It's weird.
What I was talking about was just hooking up the prisoners with the women on the outside.
And there's a lot of things.
Surely some smart prisoners already taken care of that app, right?
Probably.
I wonder how many prisoners listen to our show.
Prison dating. We had one. We had a couple. What's his name?
Who?
The guy.
Well, I'm not talking about ones that call in and are participating with the show. I'm talking about how many guys are in Beto 1 right now, or Cofield, or whatever prison that's out in East Texas or down in what's the one in where they do the death row? Huntsville.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're listening to us stream and you're in a prison, let us know. We'd like to kick a shout out to you.
Where is he?
And you never know. We might donate to your, what do they call it? Your, what do they call the money that you put in their accounts for cigarettes and...
what is that fund called?
Like a... shit. I don't know. Anyway, hit us up, prisoners. We'd like to hear from you.
I'm trying to find his name. Kevin.
Kevin might not be alive anymore, honestly.
Where is he?
Where's Kevin? Or where's Matt Lauer? Where's Kevin Lauer?
He used to call us from a number. I have all the voicemails in here. There's Crystal Beth.
Crystal Beth?
Yeah.
Who's that? Did she call us? Is that a cover band of Crystal Method?
Let's see.
Crystal Bethard?
Crystal Beth is doing a horrible job representing us. I'd like to say that Riffomania is
okay.
100.
That was the Riffomania stuff. Oh, here he is.
You know who that was?
Yeah.
You're done.
Why?
You're getting it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yes, Kevin. Calling back because my gotta do this fucking show all over again. Kevin, I'm calling back again in the new year.
It's a commissary.
Because my case got thrown out for this shit being cruel and unusual punch.
Yeah, they're all in here. All right. Yeah.
So Kevin's coming back.
I like that. We got history here. Kevin, the last time Kevin called was 2019. COVID may have got him. Because he was going back to jail. So he was
I don't think it was even jail in the United States. I think it was like Venezuelan jail or something.
Tried to look his number up once and it wouldn't come up, see where he was at. Because he's got a weird phone number.
I'll check on Kevin right now.
Let's see here. Is this good?
Yeah, this is Kevin.
Need to sample some of that. Yeah, this is Kevin. All right. You want to start this thing up? You ready? Everybody in the chat room, in case you haven't seen the post on Facebook, we are taking live calls at any time during the show. 682-593-JJTM.
The 682 one for Jazz.
593-5586. You can call whenever you want, and we'll just talk, because that's the type of night it's going to be. Full of chaos and ridiculousness. So
why?
The night's
a special show or something?
No.
You just decided you wanted chaos tonight?
Well, I wanted to use the phone line. We haven't used the phone line in a while.
Well, we needed to.
We need to. They're going to take it away from us. We got a little email notice that if you don't use the phone line, we're going to take the number. So, we haven't used it in a while.
And give it to Matt for his fake leads.
Hey, I'm Matt Real Estate Stubbs, and here's my phone number. You know what you need to do.
I'm not real impressed with Google phone right now.
We need to make you a crazy, bizarre commercial like that car dealership guy down in Houston.
Let's wait till I close a few deals, and then we can get creative
or
like that.
Like the Law Hawk. You need crazy commercials like that.
Well, I was going to do them, remember?
You need a house!
Ric Flair, the realtor. Well, if you remember, I was going to do that for all the shows, but I haven't got around to it.
Oh, you got
We got tied into DTO again.
Yeah, that's true. I'm Matt Stubbs, and I got a house for you.
And you houses by the sun.
You karate kick the air.
Play Top Gun on my guitar.
Do you have a name? We need a nickname. Like the Law Hawk. We need
the House Hawk.
We got to have something. Holy shit.
That's what I've been. Remember, I was gonna do
the
that.
The House Eaglet.
I was gonna do that. The House Buzzard. I was gonna do that for every show that we know in the DFW area.
The Condo Condor. Yes, I know. Yeah, when you get that going, that'll be great.
The single family resident seagull. Hey guys, I'm the Legal Beagle Seagull Realtor.
We got to have something.
Yeah, we throw something together like that. I just got to be careful because I could lose my license if I get too crazy.
Okay, if the Law Hawk can do that crazy stuff,
he's a lawyer though,
and not lose his. You got to have a license to be a lawyer.
Yeah, probably a few.
Yeah, quite a few.
But yeah, for sure.
And then before you know it, you got a commercial on the Super Bowl, like he did, and everybody across the country is going,
wasn't that a local syndication spot that was sold to him, or he really bought?
He went hardcore.
He bought a Super Bowl ad.
Now this was when they weren't $8 million for 30 seconds. But all right, let's start the show. God, we're onto something.
Hey, if
is this gonna work?
Leads to
are you really happy?
I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm not happy.
Look at all me.
I'm not happy at all, really. I'm very sad. I'm not happy.
This episode of the
Jay Jones Last Kicker
is brought to you by
I live for drugs. It's great. Just lately, I freaked out on acid.
It's a new sponsor.
I freaked out very, very badly.
The Jerry Jonestown Massacre contains graphic material including offensive language, partial nudity, and completely ridiculous thoughts and opinions that shouldn't be expressed or shared by anyone. Listener discretion is advised.
And now coming at you from the Temple of I, just on the outskirts of where the West begins.
It's the Jerry Jonestown Massacre!
Find light in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see. Vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky.
Where's my headphones?
Show number 578 for June 4th, 2024. We are slowly but surely entering the halfway point of the year already.
Yeah, July 4th is right around the corner.
Right around the corner. As we move into June, of course, it's Pride Month. And of course, everybody's talking about that. And either you're really prideful or you're freaking the hell out. Doesn't seem to be any in between.
You know, it's funny, Dustin, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, man.
It's funny that I've gone out a few times in the retail world a little bit, which I try to not do as much as possible.
Did you go to Target?
I've not gone to Target.
You didn't get your transgender clothing at Target?
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. Where I did go, though, I think it's losing some steam, honestly. Like, they need to pride it up a little more because...
I'd say so.
Because this
year...
Make
it crazy.
Well, last year, didn't it seem like it was a big deal? Like, every store you went to...
It had to be something...
Well, we had...
I forgot what the news cycle
taps
last year, but yeah.
We even had... like, Miller Lite sent a bunch of beer tap handles that were Pride and stuff. There was Pride stuff everywhere. And this year, it just seems like everybody's kind of like, whatever.
And I don't like that. I want people to be uncomfortable and crazy. And I like chaos.
Yeah.
I like watching people literally freak out over the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
That's my life now.
And I like when people bust into a nursery and start doing a striptease. Like, that's great for America, I think.
I think it is too. And why I enjoy the downfall of society and people freaking out over stupid stuff, it may add to my my mental state, because June is also Men's Mental Awareness Month.
Yeah. So that kind of coincides, honestly. But
well, I want
not all of it, but like I love Pride Month is awesome for gay and lesbians and queers and all that stuff. It's all the garbage that comes with it, all the virtue signaling, like transgender people, Happy
Tuesday, Marlon.
And the Christians, the Christian right, they don't like each other.
And it's amazing. It's so much fun to watch.
Oh, I know. It's you and we find it entertaining
find it
just
hilarious.
listening to all of it. We're like, man, it's funny when people ask me about this topic, and I say I have several transgender friends. You do too, and gay and lesbian friends, and none of them have ever even considered or even brought up going and dancing in front of children and or even talking about sexuality. That's the thing that drives me nuts. Everybody was acting like for a while that all these teachers, the first thing that they were doing was getting into little kids' sexuality. No. I've yet to meet one transgender person that thinks that that's something that they would like to do, is go to a daycare or wherever and start dancing. That's a what do you call it?
I think you and I should go to a daycare and sit down and have the podcast.
Well,
that's right in the middle of a bunch of kids.
The thing that I found out when I was asking my friends in that community about that is, that's the people that do that are the fringe dickheads that are just assholes in any group. It's like you have some Catholics that go over the top and hate Jews. Mel Gibson. You have some
that won't let you dance.
Yeah, there's even Christian, like the Baptists. If you ever go to like an independent or Pentecostal Baptist church or something.
I don't know what dinged.
Huh? Oh, I got a message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure no calls are coming in.
Yeah. So,
but
the thing is this: it's two sides of an argument, and they're both assholes on each side, and they don't represent the rest of the community at all.
The rest of the community rest of the communities around them just don't care. It's the fringe that freak out and cause all sorts of issues,
and they get off on it. Both sides get off.
Susie says that Target conscientiously, I can't even talk tonight already. They didn't do Pride because of the chaos last year.
That's what I was going to say. I think that's what's happened is that all these corporate virtue signalers that tried to make a quick buck off the LGBTQ community found out that it was not their place to get into that argument, and now they backed off. Well, the thing that sucks is now you got a whole community that's like, hey, what the hell? Are we not going to do Pride much anymore, or is that we got to wait till do we have to just wait till the weekend to do parades and stuff? Or it just seems like it's lost its steam, and it's unfortunate that it has because of the way
people freak out.
Yeah, on both sides too. It's not just the right wing that freaks. That's the left wing that badgers the right wing.
You and I
too.
Were in control of this.
It'd be perfect.
We would come back with a vengeance.
I try to make it bigger every year.
Bigger and better. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go over the top. You start small, and then you go insane.
You seen the woodpecker
and then you try to top it every
the Macy's
year.
Day Parade. Yeah. I would make one of those, except
with
a big
giant dick.
Yeah.
I'd make the woodpecker have the dick. Charlie Brown just rolling down the street in S&M bondage gear. Right
exactly,
through
dude.
Oaklawn.
Exactly.
That's the only time things get wild is the Halloween parade. The
Halloween parade.
The Oaklawn Halloween parade
But who's taking their kids down there, though? That's the thing. It's their thing.
Yeah.
Don't take your kids to Oaklawn Halloween parade.
Everyone gets crazy on Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets crazy on Halloween. It's a night to get crazy.
Yeah. So. If some idiot's going to take their kids to some drag peep show or something at a brunch, they're not going to have the kid very long anyway, because why take your kid to brunch? That's a bad parenting already, right off the bat,
especially if your point of brunch is to tie on mimosas.
Well,
then drive with your kid in the back.
I think that's what all of them are for.
That's probably what they
except
are.
the driving with the kid in the back. But yeah, it's like those aren't the people that are really quality parents anyway. Like I would never,
no
matter what.
You're a piece of shit parent.
Right.
And now you're just going to bitch about stuff.
And so all these people, all these morons,
parenting.
All these morons that are camping out outside these bars and restaurants because they're pissed off. Well, you're fucking a dumbass too because you fell for it. Yeah. All they're doing is they're doing it to get under your skin, and then you come out and run your racist mouth or whatever you're into. You know, you're all going to hell or whatever they do.
So June has how many days? So you have to do the knuckle thing. You always do the knuckle thing?
This is the 30
January, February,
day.
March, April, May.
This is
June
the 30.
30. Mm-hmm. All right, so you got 26 more days to make this way bigger and over the top and crazy.
We need you to step it up, Pride.
Step it up.
Yes.
And now back to Men's Mental Awareness Month.
They're men.
That's what a lot of people think.
Especially the white guys.
Here. That's what a lot of people think.
They're just white guys. Fuck them.
Did you know that 1 in 10 men experience some sort of depression and anxiety?
Yeah. Well, 24/7, 7 days a week.
And less than half of them seek treatment. I think I'm just surrounded by men that are like, I hate my life.
I wish I was asleep still.
Men are almost 3.5 times more likely to die by suicide than a woman. And in the U.S.,
in the woman's more violent. Like I think
over the top.
It's what? Yeah, it's like
in the U.S., men represent 79% of all suicides, and let's see, only about 36% of men, only 36 of psychological therapy referrals are for men. So they significantly don't go seek mental help.
That number's just, and all these numbers for men are just going to go up because of we're paying the piper for all these wars we have decided to get involved in for money. And that's what it is. I'm sorry, people. If you listen to us, we get into wars. The United States gets into wars because they want to make money.
This is the one that hits close to home for us. Men are more likely to use almost all types of illicit drugs and are more likely to die from overdose.
Hello.
For instance, in the U.S., men are nearly twice as likely as women to die from opioid overdose.
Man, I don't know. Here in the U.S., I know a lot of female pill poppers that are taking any opiate they can find. I mean, my sister, she was one of them.
Men with depression are also more likely to experience severe and chronic physical illness.
Well, yeah, because depression jacks your body up. Your cortisone levels, don't they go through the roof, and you start developing breast and walking funny and
I found a funny meme today. I wanted
trip
to
and fall down and forget your first name.
You're talking about this.
Poop yourself.
I had a meme today that I wanted to send this to you, and it's a funny shirt. It said, "I wish I had serotonin instead of this huge cock." I want that shirt. I'd wear that at shows.
I know some women that would actually like the complete opposite of that.
What, they want the huge cock instead of serotonin?
Not the serotonin, yeah. But I think they go hand in hand, though. I think you the endorphin release and the serotonin that you release when you're having... I think one of the greatest things you could do if you're depressed is have sex.
Work-related stress significantly affects men's mental health. High demands, long hours, and job insecurity contribute to mental health issues among men.
I'll tell you something else. In Texas...
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when I had that job where I was chasing fires? That I was getting dispatched for the rebuilds, the reconstruction and stuff.
Did they call you the fireman? Was that your name?
I would go in disguise like I was a fireman.
You didn't make your rounds all over town putting out old flames?
That sounds like a loaded question, sir. No. What I found out, though, I'm married, sir. I don't know why you speak to me this way.
You weren't
anymore.
married then when you were the fireman.
You speak to me like I'm a whore sometimes. You know that?
Like, and you're the fireman.
That's the thing that's funny. Dustin's the whore now.
Name.
I'm not the whore now. You're the whore.
Yep.
And so you have the right to talk to me that way?
I was just trying to throw in, what is that? It was a George Strait song, right?
Yeah. So I was doing that job, and I listened to the dispatch one night to get a little extra money. And I was talking to him about, well, what do you hear the most? Because it was always on the weekends, and in the mornings it was always elderly, unresponsive, won't wake up, right? But in the night, it was always Mexican male in the 30s, 40s, all over the place, usually a little younger, offing themselves. And the person that does it on a regular basis, I talked to, like, does the dispatch on a regular basis, I was talking to them, and I said... Man, I had a lot of Mexican suicides that happened when I was on my shift, and then in the morning it was elderly unresponsive, and they're like, "Yeah, that's it." And then I talked to a couple of cops, and they said, "Yeah, the amount of suicides that we go to for Hispanic males in the DFW area is insane." And this was before COVID, so I can't imagine it's gotten better.
I bet you it hasn't dropped.
Yeah, but and they said the same thing. The same thing is what you're saying about the males. The United States, is it an American stat that you're looking at, or
I'm looking? Yeah, in America.
So
what this brought up. This is the pamphlet for
mental health,
men's mental awareness.
It was the same stuff though. It was the same thing that you just mentioned, except it was also they have a touch of machismo, and they feel like a failure if they take the head of the family very seriously. And if they fall on bad luck or whatever, that goes to their heart really hardcore. And I think, leads them to do things that are not good for themselves probably. But what do I know? I'm not Mexican.
Here's the last one.
I'm just a white dude.
Stubbs isn't Spanish. Doesn't have a Spanish.
I do speak it, but...
Okay, men are less likely than women to have a strong social support network, which is crucial for mental health.
We are kind of lone wolves.
Men often rely on their partners for emotional support. And if that relationship is strained or ends, their mental health can suffer greatly.
Yeah. It's true.
It is true.
It's true.
So there you are. It's that's how we're going to kick off June, and we're going to kick off today as Happy Tiananmen Square Massacre Day.
Do you have any music or something you want to play for the celebration that you wanted to do?
I was looking for a news report, but I couldn't find it because we got busy before the show, making hit song after hit song after hit song. Maybe one day one of these songs will be played as the intro to our show.
I doubt it.
All right, so I went on a little trip this past week.
Yeah.
And while I was gone, all I saw, my phone blew up every night because power went out, cameras were offline, security's offline, Encore.
You're talking about while you were out of town.
Yeah. What the hell
It
happened?
was
I
rough.
come back home.
Have you seen the radar of these storms that are blowing up?
Yeah.
Highly suspect. They do not look right.
Harp.
Man, do you know how I sent you that picture and said, look at this weird radar imagery with the circles? I've seen that so many times, and nobody can explain it. It's like they try to say
not
it's some kind of
reflectance off the radar.
That's what they try to say, but then you'll have people like, no, that's not reflectance, because you could see the peaks, like it looks like high elevation in the radar. And apparently there's a conspiracy theory about some of this stuff being there, that there's some wild, I think we talked about this on the show last week, didn't we? How there's some people that think that red states are getting sprouted for this to increase the severe
storms.
weather. Mm-hmm.
What's that going to do?
It's just
Make
more,
you rely on federal money or something? Like, what is that? I don't understand.
I would think that if someone is doing that, it's not our government. It's probably Russian. Because China's the one that's been busted with their weather balloons all over the place, right? And spying on us. So I would bet it's them. And plus, I doubt,
how come China doesn't send a balloon that is a school bus
with Chinese
over
food
America?
In it? Like some Panda Express loaded up?
I don't know, anything. And it'd be like the bus at the beginning of Fortnite when you start a level. It just flies over and then you jump out. And then you go to war with each other. That would be the funniest gag ever.
Yeah.
We're going to sell a school bus over America, and everybody will think it's just a Fortnite ad.
What's that guy's name, too, that runs China right now? Hun Chaoqing? What's it? Xu Jing? I forgot his name.
Xi.
President Xi. Why doesn't he just buckle up into a lawn chair and get 1,000 helium-filled balloons and just come on over, man, and be like
the guy in Denver didn't do?
Well, someone did it and failed. Was it Brazil? Did it once and then tried to break a record and went bye-bye?
They took a BB gun up there
the
and
Denver
shoot them
one.
out.
What didn't they find out that was a hoax?
It was all a hoax. They said a kid did it, and then it turned out it was a hoax.
I think the guy in Brazil or South Africa, wherever it was, he actually did it and was successful the first time. Then he tried to break some crazy record, and they never found him.
Once you get high enough, things happen. It gets cold.
You're just pumping that. And you know how sometimes you'll break the canister, the CO2 canister, and the pressure. Probably he wasn't thinking about it, and it was like, oh no! Now what do I do? So you're like spitting spit wads, throwing rock. What would you do?
A slingshot.
I bet he didn't have a slingshot.
You gotta have a slingshot.
Or blow darts.
Blow darts, yeah. You gotta have a slingshot. You always have a backup slingshot with some ball bearings.
Or how about just a bunch of 9mm
and just
in your Glock?
You're up there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to hit someone.
Yeah. I mean, the bullet coming down will probably land somewhere.
Well, they deserve to die then. Right?
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, depression sucks.
Back to your... Anyway, what? We were talking about storms.
Oh, we had moved on from depression.
Yeah. So the storms...
Oh, it was nuts.
They seemed chaotic.
It was chaotic.
There were a couple that hit down in Galveston. It's my little road trip. Left here. early-ish in the morning.
Now, did these storms come in from the north, or was it something that blew in from the ocean?
From the north.
That was it then. That was the crazy weather stuff.
Got up early-ish, headed south.
To hell?
Went to
South
hell.
of heaven?
Went down 45. Went to Fort Boggy State Park first. We stopped there.
Yeah.
And then went down to Lake. God dang it. I had all these laid out. Lake Sandlin, Lake
It's all right,
something.
man. Take your time.
On
Take
the
your
outside of Houston.
Take your time.
Where we saw
Lake
the first
Conroe?
alligators. It wasn't Conroe. Lake Bob Sandlin.
Lake Tomball?
Lake something. Hold on.
Lake Ray
I got it
Houston?
right here. Here they are. God dang it. Shelton Lake State Park.
Oh, yeah, Shelton Lake. Okay.
That was out there.
Yeah.
And they got a nice little tower. It's cool. But alligators were there.
Not cool.
I mean, they're fun. I like alligators. I'm not scared of an alligator.
What is the deal with all of a sudden we're the new Africa?
I don't know. It's cool.
And I don't mean that in any racial way. I'm talking
no,
about
just
animals.
the animals. We
Like
have so
today,
many crazy exotic animals.
what did you tell
everywhere.
everybody what we got today? Or what we saw today about the black bear?
Oh yeah, there we had the black bear just south of Junction. Got
That's
hit
a little
by a
far
car.
south, right? I'm doing my math right. That's south. That's pretty
hill
far south.
country.
That's hill country.
I mean, there's been known bears down around there, like we were talking about. There were
Black bears?
supposedly jaguars running around down there too that come up from Mexico.
Those cartels, man, they just released the
I
beast.
don't know. So then went from Shelton Lake, drove all the way down to Port Arthur, and around to one of the
by Vidor.
furthest, your favorite town. I was trying to find you some clothing from Vidor.
Some
I bought this
pins.
shirt from Vidor. Has a big Dixie flag on it or something.
This place is a drag.
That wasn't the town that happened.
Oh, that
in,
was
though.
Jasper, wasn't it?
Anyway,
But
cool.
Vidor is just as bad, right?
Vidor is just as bad. There's some spots down there that are just as bad.
Oh, dude, from Beaumont to New Orleans.
Yeah.
There's
There's
some
some
places
questionable
you, like,
areas.
like, I'm afraid and I'm white.
And I just stay on I-10. Just look straight ahead and stay
Don't
on I-10.
Look straight ahead, honey. Don't look to the side. Don't.
But we went to Sea Rim State Park, which is one of the... I'm going to say that's the hardest one to reach in the state of Texas. That or the one out in El Paso.
The rim?
The Sea Rim.
The Sea Rim?
The Sea Rim job.
The Sea Rim job is the hardest place. It's
Yeah.
a job.
It's a job to get there. It's a long job. And you're out there and you have to turn around and come back. And what's funny is the road that takes you down there goes right through the middle of a refinery.
Oh, yeah. That's commonplace down there.
Freaking crazy.
Did you think you were
Freaking
in
crazy. I haven't been in a
that,
refinery
Killing
forever.
Fields of Texas documentary?
You know, if I would have come back up, if when we turned around and if we didn't explore way west, if we turned around and came back up 45, I would have stopped at the Killing Fields places and taken photos.
Also, down there around Surfside, was that 280? What's the stretch that goes from the outside of, like when you go okay, so you can go to Galveston down 45, and then you can when you get to downtown, you can also get on the toll and then hit another highway to go farther south down into Surfside, right?
Yeah. That's if you're coming from here.
Some of the spots in the documentary was on that highway.
On that
too.
highway too, yeah.
It's crazy.
So when you
Watch
leave
it, by the way, if you're
Sea
listening to
Rim,
us.
it's still a job to
Sea
leave
job.
Sea Rim.
A rim job?
Yeah, the Sea Rim job.
Yeah.
To leave there and drive back, because you basically backtrack all the way back almost to.
So the only way back is to turn around.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no
loop
like
or anything that you can do.
No, the end of Texas, like it's like you go back to Port Arthur, and what's the name of that pass? Sabine Pass. Like when you go through Sabine Pass, when you look right across the way, I mean, you're just looking into Louisiana. So you got to go back almost.
You went far east, didn't you?
I told you.
You
Went
got to
all
the
the way
swamp.
in. Yeah, there was alligators. But we had to go all the way back to Winnie to turn south, and then went to Bolivar, which the last time I was in Bolivar, it was completely wiped out. I hadn't been down there since 2008.
Oh, it was one of the towns that got destroyed.
The entire peninsula, from one end to the other, there was like one house standing.
Yeah.
Everything else was wiped completely out. Water towers, you couldn't even see the fort. Like the port where the ferries come was all jacked up when we were down there. They wouldn't let anybody on except us, first responders and everything, to go down there and help.
This was
clear
the
things
flood
out.
event, right? More than the
Ike.
was it? Ike was a flood event, wasn't it? It wasn't a strong wind and surge. It was flooding.
No, it was.
Didn't it park?
It Cat 5, I think.
No,
when it hit.
man.
Let's see.
Well, I thought there was what was the storm that the preacher said you can't come in, seats taken, can't come in here.
Oh no, that was after that.
That was the rain one, wasn't it? Where
Yeah.
it rained like 64 hours straight.
Yeah, Hurricane Ike is the reason that the old hotel isn't on the pier anymore because it knocked it off the sea, and the Balinese room
Was it the same?
is gone.
What was it,
Hurricane
2009?
Ike-
2008?
2008, September 2008. It was a category 4, so just below 5. But
So then it did get a big freaking swell.
and it was
and,
slow moving.
and fast winds speeds.
But the Ike was completely wiped out, and Galveston was pretty.
Were
there
you
were
here?
part of Galveston that was pretty wiped out.
So you were already down there then when we had the weekend of sustained winds. That was weird too. It felt like a hurricane up here. We had sustained. I told Mandy that I was like, this. I've been in one hurricane in Pensacola, Florida, and this is exactly. It was a category 2, and that's what it was like. It was like constant 70 to 80 mile hour wind all over DFW. There was so much damage, wind damage in my neighborhood.
I can tell.
Like everywhere there was
Everywhere
wind damage.
there's wind damage.
It was so weird. That's what I'm telling you, man. Something's up. Something's up.
So here's the thing: is like went from Bolivar, took the ferry over to Galveston, spent the night in Galveston at, the crazy haunted hotel.
Mhm.
The
You're talking about in Galveston?
Galveston,
Yeah.
that one, the
Yeah, I've
old
been
creepy
there.
one that's like a throwback to Twilight Zone.
Mhm.
The Galvez.
Looks very New Orleans.
Now I'm going to give you a report on the Galvez. Oh, it's a cool hotel to stay in. It's very fancy and cool and neat, and very, like I said, it's like you're going into a Twilight Zone set. Service there fucking sucks. The only people that were cool were our bartenders. They were neat, but the people that work behind the counter, the people that work in the restaurant, they all fucking suck. So
I guess we don't have any. You didn't meet any listeners down there, huh? Like I did in Kauai.
yeah, that's true. But we talked to other people around town, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, their service does suck." Blah blah blah. So the first night was there. Second night was at.
Wait a second. You stayed at the haunted hotel?
Mhm.
Well, then this is not the same place that I've been to, because the place I've been to is a historic building, and you can't stay there, I don't think. And it is creepy as
The Hotel Galvez
creepy
is pretty.
AF. Let me see.
You've seen it. Look up the Hotel Galvez. I know you've seen it because you've been all over the place down there. It's right by the pier.
It's right there by Gatto's, right? It's right, isn't it like right behind the old Gatto's or what is it called? Gatos or Gatto's, the crab restaurant place with the big
It's
crab.
across
out?
from that. What is it, Malone's or Mahone's? That big
Host
the big
Patrick.
souvenir store that's right there on the beach.
Yeah.
It's
There
right
by
across
Pleasure
the street from
Pier.
it. Yeah, just down from Pleasure Pier.
Hotel Galva.
JLVEZ. Anyway, stayed there. Then the next day, we explored all over.
No, that's not. I know that hotel too. That's not what I was thinking.
No, it's not.
I have always wanted to stay at that hotel.
I had to.
That's right by the wall. That's on the wall, or it's
It is
across
on
the
the
street.
seawall. Yeah. So there were a bunch of things I wanted to see in Galveston. Now that Galveston was actually nice from when I was down there last time.
Did y'all get a massage
No. I mean,
at the Galvez?
not one I can talk about on the air.
Not at the hotel, the nice hotel.
I mean, it might have been at the hotel. That's why their service sucked. I was like, what kind of massage is
Sounds
this?
like they did.
But we ran around town and ran around looking at everything. There were a bunch of places I wanted to see and look at, and other places we wanted to go. And I will tell you this. The Seawall side is okay to stay at, but I would rather stay on the Strand side, where downtown Galveston is.
You remember when Sam,
It's way
when he owned the
cooler
bar
over
and he got cancer, and we went down, like he got out of chemo and went down there for his daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
And I went down there. That's where they stayed, in the historic, like in between the Strand and the wall.
The ships.
Yeah. Actually, they were a little bit more closer to the ship channel. Like they were closer to the ship channel, but they were still in right there by the Strand. You know what's funny too is that biker bar at the Strand. Those guys will sit there and hang out and just make fun of tourists all day.
So the last time I was down there, 2008, when I was down there and spending time, before we left to come back home, the first festival that came back was like some Easy Riders motorcycle festival
Right,
down there.
yeah.
And they took over
They
the
love it down
Strand.
there.
And I was working with a bunch of bikers. So they're like, let's go down there. And of course, I'm driving a van. I can tote everybody around. Everybody jumped in my truck. And we went over there to the Strand and parked. And that was debauchery at its fullest.
You see a couple of boobies?
A couple? I think I saw
By the
all
way,
of them. All of them.
I'm in love with a woman from Edmonton. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
I saw that video.
I knew when that happened, this is over.
Okay, so
that was the
hold
greatest
on.
thing in sports I've ever seen. I want to date
Was
her.
that on live camera?
Huh?
Was that on the live feed?
Oh, I don't know. I
Or
just
was
saw it
that-
the next day on
Okay.
it been posted or something. I was like, what?
I got the impression that it was caught on live
Oh, it might have been
TV, but I wasn't 100% sure. Like a camera was going through the crowd and
Yeah.
she was standing there and roof,
Well,
lifted her jersey.
Well, she might have, but because she was doing it, they were pumping up the crowd,
Yeah.
and it was her friend or someone that was videoing her.
Yeah, that's the other
And,
video I saw.
Dude, her reaction, I was like, I want that as a girlfriend. Like, she seems cool as shit. That'd
to
be
do
the
that.
only thing that would suck.
You'd have to get over the A's.
The A's.
A's.
Are you so crazy, eh? Or what? I don't know how they talk, man. But yeah, I want to marry her. If I wasn't married right now, gentlemen,
You'd be headed to Edmonton.
if you're a single man,
freeze your
I'd be
balls
going
off.
to find that princess.
There were a lot of
She
people
seemed
looking for her.
cool.
She'll have her own.
Did you see her
she has
face
own
after
OnlyFans.
she did it? She was like
She was excited about it.
Yeah, she wanted to party.
Yeah, she wanted to party. She wasn't.
I bet she drinks a lot of White Claw.
Molson Ice.
Molson and
Ice.
bats.
Yeah.
The bats or bats.
So, the second night stayed over on the.
I love you, Edmonton woman.
On the Strand side at Harbor House, which is the best boutique hotel in Galveston. Period. Everybody was there, super nice, fantastic room, and plus you can just walk to all the bars, all the restaurants, all the shops. And there's a restaurant right next door called Katie's. That's fantastic seafood, awesome drinks.
Did you go to Fishtails?
Place was fantastic. Huh?
Did you go to Fishtails?
No.
Did you go?
Fishtails is.
That's by the Strand or by the Pleasure Pier.
Yeah. Didn't go to
Also,
Fishtails.
what about the pirate ship? What's that restaurant called? That's right next to the pirate ship.
Slept looking at the pirate ship.
Yeah, it's right there.
The room
Yeah.
stayed in looked right at the pirate ship. Like that's the hotel sits right next to the pirate ship.
Oh,
That
really?
Harbor House, yeah, and it was awesome.
I didn't know there was a hotel there.
Yeah, it was great. Walked over there at night, took a bunch of pictures of it in the dark. But what was I going? Oh, there of a bunch of modern engines and stuff, and the wind, sandblasting.
Oh yeah.
And it stayed constant. This wind stayed constant for like, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, something
That's
like
why
that.
it was up to here too.
And like 60, 70 miles an hour blowing everywhere. And it was, I was like, well, okay, so this is what it's like being in a hurricane. I hadn't been in one since I was a little kid, and it was in Baytown, right across from Galveston.
Yeah,
And I think it was the same thing. I think it's like
the
Category 2.
raindrops even hurt.
Yeah,
They'll
that's
come in
what
stinging.
happened there.
It's like you're on a motorcycle.
We were headed to Seawolf Park, where the submarine.
Seawolf.
Yeah. Thought about it. Where the submarine and the destroyer are. And, yeah, it was just storming like crazy. And it stormed for quite a while after that. And we just continued to run around the car. Then the next day is we got up early and went to Surfside. Stopped by
Still chill.
Galveston State Park. Surfside's still chill. Those areas where you can boondock on the beach, there were people in RVs and stuff just out there where you just pull out on the beach and camp.
Oh, yeah. I've never camped on the beach.
I want to, but everybody looks at me like I'm insane. Like when I say, I want to go down there and camp on the beach and just sleep out on the beach. And
yeah.
Well, you can't. What? Can you do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Why would you do that? That's so scary.
That's a normal thing in Southern California.
Everybody looks
does
at me
that.
like I'm fucking crazy when I say that. I was like, let's go down to Surfside and sleep on the beach. Hang out. Camp.
I think people think that the humidity, because when you're inland, it's terrible. There's no way you could camp outside inland.
You could
But
on the beach.
When you go to the beach, though, yeah, the temperature drops about 10 degrees when you're on the beach.
The humidity's blown away.
Right. If you are uncomfortable, all you got to do is unzip the vent in your tent and you'll get wind.
Yeah.
So and the waves, that's going to put you to sleep.
Oh my God, so great. It was so great.
Yeah.
So the idea from there was either we travel all the way to Port Aransas and then hit the body of Christ. We were going to go the body of Christ and then maybe make it to Boca Chica.
For launch?
Well, they had one sitting on the... I knew we weren't going to be down there for launch because it didn't launch till yesterday, or today. Yesterday? Today. But it was sitting on the pad. We could have gone down there and hung out. Checked it out. But decided to take a detour. There were two options here. And both of them were things I wanted to do. So we decided to turn at Surfside and go back north. Which, once you turn there, Buc-ee's are just regular gas stations.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Well,
they're just regular little bitty gas stations. They're not big giant things.
Turn that down. Yeah, I think one of the original ones is right there at the bottom of the bridge to Surfside, or on the other side. I can't remember. One of the original ones was
It's
there.
one of the
it's
first
still,
ones.
It's still rinky dinky.
The original one's
was
in Lake Jackson, I think.
Yeah, it's more, and it was more of a fishing place back then. Like they had fishing gear everywhere.
And I got pictures of the inside of that with all that fishing gear. Anytime I saw Buc-ee's, had to stop because they have the cleanest bathrooms.
And they have complete privacy.
Yes,
So if
complete
you wanna
privacy.
Rub one out real quick.
Yeah,
Go for it, man.
tribute
Buc-ee's.
to a beaver. Nice
And
beaver.
the Nuggets.
So decided to
Beaver
go up,
Nuggets.
and then driving up towards Houston, saw that there was another state park there, Brazos Bend. Took a little detour, and that fucking state park is awesome. Awesome. They have an observatory in the middle of it. I freaked out. My little space wiener was going nuts. They have alligators too. Watched an alligator eat a fish on the way on the trail to the observatory.
It's getting out of hand, man.
No, that's awesome.
Might have been a crocodile, saltwater crocodile.
Which brings me, I have a question.
What's the difference?
Galveston Island State Park.
Uh-huh.
You have the highway separating the bay side from the ocean side. All that's
Does
in
Bayside
the,
have a bunch of drum sets?
No, that's where Kelly Kapowski is. She's on the bay side. So on the bay side, there are alligators.
Man, I'm out on alligators.
What changes? They're that close to
The salt water?
The salt water.
I bet it's kind of like the bull shark. It can swim up river like 50 miles.
But not 50 miles. They have found them up
in
outside of
Minnesota.
Chicago.
Yeah, that's insane.
They like up the Mississippi.
I think honestly, here's my theory. Is it's part of evolution. We're caught in an evolution, and you're seeing the species of the alligator
they can adapt to both.
Same with the bull shark.
Or is the murkish water down there? Is it less salty?
That's a good point.
Is because it's being flushed down.
Was your
Does
lady
it cause
salty?
the lake salty? Oh, I needed a salty lady. Although they're not, I'm not.
Susie?
They're not that good anymore.
Did you make sure you weren't salty?
So
let's stop down the conversation real quick.
Brazos Bend, high marks for Brazos Bend.
All right, I'll have to check it out, man. Especially the observatory.
Then, yeah, we need to go down there and play around Dark Sky Night in the observatory. And then we drove from there over to... The goal was to see the painted churches. And it's something that I've wanted to see since I was a little kid. And as I've told you in the past, when I get into a certain part of Texas, I feel myself become more powerful. Stronger. Because I'm closer to my kin.
You're shining bright like a diamond.
I am shining bright as I am. When we get to the Czech, Polish, German part of Texas, it's just like...
That's when you put it on? The SS uniform?
No. I become more powerful. I don't put on any uniform.
Start goose stepping around?
Nope, none of that. Why do you go straight to Nazism?
I got pictures, y'all.
I'm just talking about being close to,
nature.
Texas version of the motherland.
Yeah. I feel you.
But the painted churches, I'm going to post tomorrow evening photos and a little story write up about all of them. Walking into every painted church, and they're Czechoslovakian and Polish immigrants came over and started these communities, and some of the communities, that's all that's left is the church. And they are freaking incredible. Walk in there and your mouth just drops. Gorgeous. And I've seen some pretty amazing churches all over the world, and these are top tier. They're the coolest things. Did you ever go look at them?
No, I have not.
Like when you were down that way?
Didn't you go over to the
Vatican? Yes, I went to the Vatican.
And this was better than the Vatican?
The Vatican is ornate because you expect it to be ornate, and you expect that the place where the Pope is going to shit to look like it's fucking gold.
I've never thought about it.
But you expect that. Like, you expect all the Catholics' money is going to be dumped into this building or in this little piece of land. Right. And it is. Like, so I wasn't shocked going in there. Like, I knew it was going to be ornate and over the top. And then you start reading that, like, these fucking tribes, this is all the money and everything they had.
Was getting dumped into that?
Was getting dumped into whatever they donated to the Vatican. And you're just like, fuck you. Fuck you, Catholics, and all your bullshit. You know,
Schneider,
I don't give a shit.
gmail.com.
Go ahead, send me an email. But yeah,
you ever seen the Da Vinci Code, dude? You're crazy, man. That blonde-headed dude, the albino.
He's going to shoot me?
You need to watch it, man. Them Vatican people don't play.
What about Angels and Demons? Where what's his name? He could come after me. What's his name?
Lucifer. No, I wouldn't mess with the. That's surprising though. But it's very surprising that it was nicer than that.
No, it's not.
You just don't like.
No. It's not nicer. It's more shocking. Like I'm not expecting to walk into this little church in the middle of Bumfuckville, Texas, where there's nothing around it, and you walk in, and it's absolutely jaw-dropping gorgeous.
There's some really nice Catholic churches in DFW. There's that one in Keller, right at the edge of Watauga and Keller, that's really nice. Have you ever been in that one?
Was it painted by Czech immigrants?
Might have been.
Or Polish immigrants?
I'll have to ask.
But like St. Patrick's Cathedral, we walked in there, and you're just kind of like, I expect this to look like this. I expect all these shrines.
Yeah.
I expect it to look this ornate because it's St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York.
Yeah.
I totally get it. But when same thing, you walk in the Vatican, same thing, you're just kind of like, but I'm in the middle of nowhere, and it's this small, tiny ass.
How far was it from
community.
Galveston?
They sit on I-10, between, almost perfectly between San Antonio and Houston.
Oh, okay.
Saunderville.
I bet there's some places like that in Glorieta, New Mexico, and Santa Fe too. That's just these crazy, awesome looking, freaking old school churches and stuff.
Even the, but like this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
See, I
little
wish
stars, little cool shit, and this is in nowhere, little bitty tiny town. Or like in that one, I think that's the only building that is the remnant of the Czech community. And then even the
Well, what's the story again? Why were so many Czechs used for this again? Like, was that their not? Is it, I thought
they're the immigrants that came over in the 1800s.
Are they mainly Catholic Czech people? Or were they convinced of it when they got here from the
Lutheran
from the Catholics?
The Lutherans. This is the Lutheran church. Well,
I thought that was a Catholic church. I'm sorry.
I don't know. There's Catholics and Lutherans.
What were the Czechs?
What, the Czechoslovakian?
Mm-hmm.
They were both. Polish are the same thing.
So why do you keep tying them into these churches?
They built it. It's the immigrants that came over. These were their communities.
Well, you were talking about the taking the money from the Czechs.
No.
What were you talking about?
I'm not talking. I was talking the
money.
Talking the Catholics.
You're talking about the Vatican.
The Vatican.
Okay, got you.
Took shit from these small tribes in Africa.
Yeah.
And this was all
right.
This is all the gold they have.
Yeah.
And sent it to the Vatican, and the Vatican's like, okay, I'm going to make a gold ball to sit on top of some piece of shit staff.
I thought you were trying to tie the two to get there was something going on down in the where the Czechs were getting taken advantage of and their money was getting taken and they were forced into what is it? Servitude, yeah.
No. These were just all the immigrants that came over in the late 1800s.
Wanted to light it up immediately.
They built these communities. And there's one, the main church, one of the painted churches is in the middle of Fredericksburg. So Fredericksburg was a German town, and it's a Catholic church in the middle of Fredericksburg that's beautiful. So if you ever go to Fredericksburg, you can go see it without having to go through all the hillsides. But this little drive, this little circuit, the first time I ever saw it was in an old Texas highways years and years and years and years ago when I was little, and every couple decades they redo the article again.
Yeah.
And it came up again. I was like, need to go see these because they're freaking awesome. And there's 20 of them across Texas. There's one in Paris too. In Paris, Texas. There's like some weird offshoots where they're
Russian
way out
Orthodox church in DeQueen, right by
there.
the
There sure
land.
is. And that one's badass.
Well, did you
I want to
go
go in there. No, I want to go in there.
What
The
if
outside of
Rasputin's
it's awesome.
just in there, dude? Some guy looking like Rasputin.
Should I take my Russian military
Absolutely.
hat
I think
and
I
go
think it's
rolling up in there?
mandatory. I think if you go to that church, you have to wear that.
I have to. My
If
Russian
they find out
officer's
you
hat
own that and you don't wear it, you're probably going to get
and
executed.
can't go to the church. No, but I've totally forgot about that. But last time we were up there, I wanted to go down there and talk to that guy and see if I could go in and photograph it because that little thing they have outside is fucking awesome. It was cool as shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, man.
That little temple thing.
Yeah.
That was rad
some
as
of
hell.
the best architecture is religious based. Like, there's some cool stuff out there.
There's a Russian Orthodox church in Brooklyn that is god evil looking. Like you walk by it and you're just like, oh my god.
I think the one in DeQueen's evil looking.
Yeah, they're bad.
And if it's not, I edit the crap out of the picture to make it look evil.
That's why either the next temple needs to be
a church,
a temple.
That would be cool.
It needs to look old.
That would be cool.
Like Icelandic.
Like people get scared when they come back here.
An Icelandic Gothic Viking temple.
Well, people do when they come to the
Swedish.
show. They for the first time they're kind of skittish about coming back, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if we sent them to a old church in the middle of nowhere for our show. You imagine
Awesome.
Dodie and Nick showing up with cases of Coors Light. Oh,
hell yeah!
is this what's up? Oh
no.
They turn around and leave.
No, and we're going to have room for people to play in it, and they'll be like, I want to play in your temple. Let's be
true.
like, yep, we got a stage for you. Let's rock.
They'd be all liquored up wanting to do a rock show. One of them Duel or Van Damme shows or something.
Temple 2.0 is going to be evil.
Temple 2.0 is going to be evil.
We got to make it evil.
You just got to make the money to get it.
Yeah. So, anyway, went to the painted churches, then started...
the church is
spent a day
painted
going
white?
to- On the outside.
Can't imagine God would like that.
On the outside they are.
It's a reference to Kid Rock.
And then we drove back home, and the driving back home got a little hairy.
The storms?
When you're around the Gerald area, and the storms start kicking up, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, just a couple years ago, this entire town was completely wiped out.
Yeah, it's a little more than a couple of years ago. How
Was
old
it-
we were in high school, weren't we?
When Gerald was wiped out?
You're talking about the twin.
The tornado, the F5,
F5?
that went
Yeah.
through there and just...
Yeah, that was when we were in high school, wasn't it? That's been a while, dude. I don't think it was in this decade.
Has it been that long? Man, I like to sleep. Gerald, 20 years. Whoa! May
It's a few years.
1997.
Remember a couple of years ago?
Remember a couple of years ago when Gerald was wiped out? Damn, that was 97. Shit. That was 10 years before I went down for a hurricane.
I'm gonna
Ike.
be honest with you though, man. The storms
years.
up here, that one that rocked North Texas, that was one of the most impressive storms I've ever seen ever in DFW come through here. The one
we talked about
when we were on, when we were all looking at Twitter and went through, was it Valley View and all
just
that
north
thing
of
was
Denton.
gnarly.
Yeah, and the night video that people got of it, I
We-
was like, holy crap.
DFW got so lucky because if that thing was 60 miles south, 30 miles south, the death toll goes up like
These ones-
tremendously. Because that was a Saturday. When is it, Saturday or Friday night?
Saturday night, because we were
The
all
middle
up
of
till
the
it was up
weekend?
till late because the next morning was the Monaco GP.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock, something rips through Fort Worth. Can you
Yeah.
imagine how bad everybody would be fucked up? What's is the death toll still around 11, or has more people passed away from it?
All track of that when I went out of town.
You left it behind.
But like when you're down in Galveston, all the news is, well, I guess there is a Galveston network down there, but a lot of it's Houston, and all of them just kept reporting on stuff up here.
Yeah.
And then they would go to Houston stuff because Houston had bad flooding, and of course downtown, their downtown got wiped out. Like what, 4 weeks ago, when that one storm came
Sprouting
in.
clouds, man.
Dude, that cloud that rolled in. If you watch
Oatmeal
that
Brain
video,
Oatmeal Brain's got them sprouting clouds, y'all.
if you watch that video of Houston, that storm that blew in, how people are just walking down
didn't.
the street and it's white, it's or it's kind of gray, overcast, and all of a sudden it just goes pitch black like that. HARP. People shooting HARP.
I'm not gonna lie. There's been some crazy stuff on the radar the last month that I've never seen. I've never seen a Texas radar look the way it has, and the direction that these storms are coming are all wild. It's like you'll have a few days where everything's coming straight from the southwest, just burling almost completely opposite of what it usually would do.
And everybody's going to be like, why are you so conspiracy theory about HARP and blah, blah, blah? Because it's proven now.
Well, HARP is
Guys,
real.
We've proven it. It's been proven. They've come out and said that it's proven. You start fucking with the ionosphere with massive frequencies and radar shit, it does this. It makes storms. And it makes earthquakes. They've had it make earthquakes, so... Yeah. And we're not the only government with it. China has it. Japan has it.
Do you think the
Russia
U.S.
has
is
England has
still
it.
got the highest technology as far as the military goes right now? Or would you say China's in there now? Because we're still head and shoulders above Russia.
We're I think all our Gen 5 stuff is we've had it out longer than China has. But their new Gen 5 plane is insane. The stuff they can do with it. Go watch videos of that.
I wonder if it's still a race to try to figure out, reverse engineer the stuff that they found from, because it's mainly China, Russia, and America that has the most alien technology that they're trying to reverse engineer, is what we think.
The J-20
theory.
Go watch videos
The
of
J. I don't want
the
to.
J-20.
I don't support the other side. I'm ready.
You don't have to. You need to watch a video to know how to take this thing down.
True.
That's what you
Very
do.
true.
You got to watch videos of
What's
your
those
enemy.
guns that the ones that go? What look big old the big fat ones you get on Call of Duty?
The
they're called
SRAM.
something. Is Dante?
I don't
Dante?
know. I don't know.
Hello?
We need help.
Dante?
Somebody plays Call of Duty. We need help.
Stingers, maybe?
Oh, yeah, good Stinger.
Stinger?
Stinger missile, yeah. But yeah, go watch videos of a J-20 and watch what it does. It's wild.
You know what? I'm going to pull it up right now. The Chinese A-20?
J-20.
The Panda Express J-20. Get it?
Yeah. So, yeah, storms, vacation, fun, all over.
All over.
Back here, I brought some humidity back with us. Help it.
With you? You brought it with you?
Yeah. So that's what happened today. The humidity's back. Also, got some poison something on my arm that I need to. Oh! Bandages stick to Velcro.
Yeah, you got attacked by some leeches.
I got attacked by
sea
something.
leeches.
I got attacked by something. She didn't leave her name.
She took your spleen, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's what that scar is.
Your keys are on the table with a...
I was wondering why it was sewn up back here.
Note.
I'm missing my thing.
I wonder why my back was sore.
I got to work on yesterday, and everybody's like, "Man, what's wrong with your arm?" I was like, "Man, I got Hetfielded." And everybody looked at me confused.
I would have said it was for Palestine.
Should have. But how?
Like, I'm doing this. I tried to burn myself. I tried to self-immolate, and it didn't work.
I tried to find
why. Free Gaza. Just
free Gaza.
Free Gaza. Yeah. Walk around. You should do that.
Free Gaza.
You and I should stop the show right now, and we should go down Roof Snow and go into every business that's still open.
Free
and you should
Gaza.
go, Free Gaza. Free Gaza. And you're like, what? What? Free Gaz. You want it?
I start taking
it's
it
Gaz.
Off. Free Gaza.
Yeah, it's Gaz.
Are y'all Italian? Why is it Gaza?
I thought y'all were some kind of militant group.
Huh?
No. Do you want his Gaz?
Do you have any Gaz? Free Gaza.
There's so many people look at us
Free
like
Gaza?
deer in headlights. Free Gaza. If I get if for some reason I decide I need to go protest for Gaza, I'm gonna.
You're Italian all of a sudden.
Free Gaza.
I'm here for Free Gaza.
Free Gaza.
Free Gaza.
Free Gaza.
Free Gaza.
Free Gaza. Free Gaza.
I feel like I need to
Free
order.
Gaza. Do you think Leclerc says that when he's French? He speaks French, then he's Moroccan, but
he's Moroccan.
Speaks French.
Free Gaza.
Free Gaza.
I'm gonna order that.
We'll dress up like Mario and Luigi.
Next time you go to Olive Garden.
Can I get the Free Gaza?
And you gotta videotape it. You gotta shoot video of the waitress.
And you're like, what?
Can I get some Free Gaza? What?
And I have a cut. I need a Free Gaza.
It's a me.
It's me, Mario. My brother, Luigi. Hey.
Oh God.
Now we got a bunch of Italians and Muslims.
Oh, now they're all mad.
Here comes the emails.
Here comes. You're not.
You shouldn't joke about that.
Italians don't have control of Gaza.
And
idiots.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal for you wokesters. I can joke about whatever the F I want to. And I'll even say fuck. You know why? Because I can joke about myself.
Well,
that means I can joke about anyone else on the planet. I can joke about retarded people with AIDS if I want to. Don't tell me what's funny and what's not. Sorry. Is that blowing your ears out?
Blew the ears out. You blew the mics out. I'm sorry for everybody that's listening to this. Post little heads out. That was loud.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Anything else you need to get off your chest? Do you want to do the E-Pots?
Yeah, let's do the E-Pots. We got to talk about Mr. Steve Marks.
For those that don't know, E-Pots are executive producer of the show.
Mm-hmm.
We got some donations coming in. We asked for donations last week. You know, we're doing this. Like we said, it's a value for value. We're asking for your donations right now.
Yeah, explain it to him, man, real quick, what we're about to tell him. With the why is Steve Marks getting hooked up with swag?
He's getting hooked up because he donated some funds to the show.
That's right.
I'm trying to find something real quick.
We'd like to personally thank Steve. We'd like to personally stank.
We'd
like to personally stank Jeremy,
who always donates the year.
Right, and then Tracy Reynolds sent in, beat him for once.
Oh crap!
Jeremy's never been beaten until Miss Tracy Reynolds donated $30.
I think
right as the show started, too. By the way,
I think I had. No, that wasn't her. It's Tracy Lords. I had some videotapes of her when I showed her.
Or was it guns?
In Savannah. That topic came up the other day. Savannah. Haltom City,
Savannah.
Keller's on. Savannah.
Yeah, so the value for value, if you don't know and you haven't heard us harp on it enough, we were supposed to actually put some copy on the board and we forgot to. But basically...
Because someone wanted to write songs.
Here's what you got to do, or you don't have to do it. We ask that you do it. If you find value in our show, if we made you laugh, if we made you cry, if we made you pull out any emotion you didn't know.
Anger.
If
you want us to just shut up.
Just send us your cash. No, basically, send us $5. You know, Mr. Marks went over and above and the average and busted us up with some good donation. Are we going to say how much or not, or did we decide we were going to talk about that?
We'll talk about that. I don't know.
We're not comfortable yet saying what people give us, but
we don't want it to be like weird.
Some people want
we
to
don't
be
want
anonymous.
Them, they want to be anonymous.
In fact, do we even know
if you want to be anonymous?
Do
if you send us something, want to be anonymous, just put that in there too.
Absolutely.
Hey, I want to be anonymous.
Anyway, Mr. Marks, we got some stuff for you. If you want to contact the show, if you haven't already, and let us know your address and where you stay. Jeremy, you've already gotten something.
Thing.
Pretty much all our prizes you've gotten, Jeremy. So thank you again for being the greatest executive producer on the face of the earth. And Tracy, we don't really know you at all, but
thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and we love it. And thank you. And it will go to Good Funds because we got some stuff in the works.
And a trip to New York.
Not paying for a trip to New York out of listeners. Do you want Matt to go to New York? Send him some money. That's terrible.
Not for me.
No, we got some swag. We got to get.
Yeah, we got to deliver some swag.
There's some designs that need to be finalized on a couple things, and as soon as it is, we're gonna be filling some people up with some stuff. It's gonna be fantastic. Whoa. Not that stuff.
So that's the deal with the value for value equation that we use on this show. It's not our original idea, but it's a perfect idea for us, and it keeps us from being censored. You're never going to hear something that's not from our heart.
And look, back in the day, for entertainment,
what we think, because we're scared of advertisers. That's never going to happen with us.
July 5th, I don't know what year, but if you went to Trees, for $5, you got to see Cock and Dusu and UFOFU and Union Watts. All at Trees for $5.
I don't know if I remember them.
They're not the Union Underground that is your favorite band.
Okay. That's what I was making
Second
sure.
show in a row.
It wasn't their cover band. Turn me on, Mr. Live Man. That's the cover band.
Oh, that's the way the cover band goes. So, driving through Texas, all of a sudden I get my phone lit up.
Oh, no.
And
it can't be good when the phone gets lit up.
It just starts vibrating as I'm listening to Joe Rogan. It's vibrating and going nuts. God, I love this. It's because it's gonna aggravate so many people. You're listening to Joe Rogan?
Why? Is he been?
Everybody thinks he's a meathead, and you're
right wing.
Yeah,
well, he's white and he is a
goes to UFC
male
fights
and isn't trans, so of course he's a racist.
But my phone just started lighting up that Trump was found guilty. And I laughed. And my give a shitter broke. And then I went on about my life. Because you know what this means?
That we're going to have a convicted felon as a president, probably?
It means absolutely nothing. Nothing's going to happen. He's not going to serve time.
You don't think so?
It's going to be
if it doesn't get appealed, then if the appeal doesn't happen, then he is going to serve time.
I thought the appeal already happened, and they're talking that it's not going to.
He doesn't even get to file that till the end of July, I think.
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay, so the end of July,
and it still has to go through New York. No one in New York's Supreme Court's going to do any kind of appeal. Like change the judgment. It's going to have to go all the way to the Supreme Court, like the federal court.
And so. Once it goes up there, however long that fucking takes, none of this will get solved until 2025.
I agree, but the thing is, the Democrats are getting desperate because daily they're losing voters because of oatmeal brain. It's like it is getting so. This is what I wanted to talk to you. We really didn't get to it because you had to write a song earlier. But
you showed up with the song. Don't blame this on me.
There. I don't know if you've noticed, but man, it's like every day now. There's more and more people that are like, I'm out. This guy's an idiot. Like the family that sent them his court case with his son Hunter, like his.
But the problem is, I think this is the thing, and it actually works on the other side. Or they're just like, I'm out. I don't give a shit. I'm not voting. I'm not having anything to do with this election, whatever. I don't care. I'm done.
The empathy,
They're just like, I don't give a shit.
Or not empathy, the apathy.
They're not changing sides to get away from him. They're just being like, I don't give a shit. I don't know. I don't want this guy. And so I'm not going to vote.
I think
that helps.
You know what? I think if you voted for Biden the first time around.
Don't say it.
And after Afghanistan and after all the bad shit that he has drugged this country through, if you decide to vote for that man again.
Well, have you walked down the grocery aisle lately? Have you bought a bag of groceries lately?
Right.
I remember 4 years ago when I'd get a whole lot of groceries for a whole lot cheaper.
Right. That's the small part. The inflation that's the thing that's crazy. That's the small part.
That's the part I care about. I care about my money.
Well, that's a big part but there's so much other things that this administration, the executive branch of our government, has completely just fall down and farted.
All of them. Wipe them all out.
Chase them to the end of the world with pitchforks and torches.
Where's my phone?
Why, are you about to call Trump right now?
I need to call up a B-52.
Whoa. Well, there's some people that think that's probably what's gonna happen, because I don't see Democrats getting out of the jam they're in, and I definitely don't see Republicans getting out of the jam they're in.
Carpet bomb.
You better watch it, man. I got so many people watching us now.
I know, but this is a comedy show, so get over it. Larry Flynt fought for my right to be funny. He did. He went to the Supreme Court. I can be funny thanks to Larry Flynt.
What can you joke about? Anything you want.
Anything I want.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm not making a threat. I'm joking.
I'm joking, too, when I say if you think you're going to vote for Biden,
no. You're going to piss a lot of people off. I
kid. I don't care who you vote for. I will still be your friend. I've never not liked someone because of who they voted for, and I never will. I won't change that policy.
There's so many people that I just don't know.
I'm just going to punch you in the nuts.
On? Okay, so one of the things I've thought about, and I've been thinking about a lot of this lately. When you're on the road. Again.
East of Omaha.
Down the road. Yeah. I wasn't east of Omaha. I was east of San Antonio.
That place is such a dope now.
I haven't been down there forever. I'd like to go down there and look. Make my own judgments.
It's sad.
What I am seriously debating is becoming an expat.
Oh, an expat?
Uh-huh. Because I started questioning how much longer do I want to live in Fort Worth? Because Fort Worth is going into the shitter fast.
Dude,
and it's amazing.
That's all I hear people talking about is getting out of the city. Like, everybody wants to leave the city.
It's amazing how the people... And I got something I need to tell you after the show. Remind me.
Showing up.
It's important. But it's amazing how this fantastic city, this city was so great 5 years ago, is rapidly going into the toilet. I joke about all the fucking warehouses being built, but it's sad. The character of this city, the character of downtown, shit on Sasha Bass, but it's true. What made this city great is quickly disappearing. All the venues are closing. The scene is quickly dwindling. And
the music scene, or just any kind of scene? Like
any kind of
entertainment
We still
scene.
have a fantastic art scene. It'll be that way forever. But like, music is disappearing. Comedy's getting all fucked up.
A lot of cool shows coming to Dickies, though.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, Justin Timberlake. What's up?
Oh man, I'd like to go to that show. Actually, I've never seen him because
He's
you took
really fucking good.
You took someone instead of me when I think you took your wife. Was it? Who'd you take?
Yeah, she
last
went.
time?
Yeah.
And then
what was that, like 10
my
years
girlfriend
ago?
went one year, and I didn't get invited to that, and then we broke up because of it.
It was amazing where they made us shoot. That's a whole nother story for another time because we laugh about it. But it's quickly becoming a really shitty city for some reason, and I don't understand because it makes me so fucking sad. And as I drive around, like even being back here working and looking around in the places I've had to work in, the homeless situation is out of fucking control, and no one gives a shit. No one cares.
It's not that no one cares. No one knows what to do because of all these crazy policies that we have in place right now. It's like the thing that's so messed up is it's a perfect storm. Because, like I said earlier, we're paying the piper for all these wars because we have so many people that need mental help. They need mental health help that are homeless right now.
And I bet, there's a lot of mental.
And it's not the
I'd
thing
say
is
90%
the
of
thing
it is.
that I think you're discovering is now this year the last few years, like when Biden first took office, it was mainly the blue cities that had the really major problems. But outside of Denton, but Denton's still a blue city. It's just a conservative county.
Yeah.
But most of the blue cities around Texas, they were the ones that had the major homeless problem. But now, like this year and some of last year, I've noticed that it's all major cities, red, blue, purple, whatever you want to have. If you're an American city right now, you have a homeless problem.
It's gotten so fucking bad in the past. Like it's not. And before anybody jumps all over my ass for shit, I drive around this entire city, everything inside of the loop. That is my job. I see everything. I go to places bunch of you assholes that are going to attack me have never seen. Okay, have never driven down. You've never been around.
You see it daily.
I see it daily. I go...
and you see a difference.
I drive 2,300 miles a month with just my job.
So last
year... Just my job.
Last year, you're seeing a difference this year from last year and the year before right now?
Oh, definitely. I'm seeing a difference from last month. And I'm not, I'm sorry, let's go back because we just entered June. Okay, from April to May, or April to now, dude, it has jumped through the roof.
Well, it doesn't help that our president had just let 7 million people walk through. And that's the thing, that only adds to the chaos.
And you know what's funny is, like, most of the people I see aren't south of the border people.
No, they're getting housed.
It is.
They're staying in hotels.
Is schizo white guys, schizo
from the war,
white women
from the wars. Well,
younger.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have anything.
Oh, you mean like Gen Z? You're seeing more of that than the millennials and the Gen X military people that are.
Yeah, they're younger. They're in the,
so it's like
the generation, like just barely.
Austin back in the day.
But it's like. And a lot of, you know, it's white and black is what I see, not, you know, necessarily anybody south the border, and it's just wild
because they get housed. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
it's so ass backwards that we don't take care of our veterans. And we don't give a shit about our veterans and their mental health, but anyone that's just strolled into our country over the last 3 years. We're going to hook them up with hotels all over to where it's hard for us to find one in New York to go see Dillinger.
That was, I tell you what, I got our hotels, and that was,
and I might not even get to go to.
That was a chore. You better fucking go to this.
I have no funds. I can't
rob a bank. That's what everybody does now. Go to Target. You can walk out with $5,000 worth of merchandise, and no one will arrest you. Or is that just California?
I was going to ask if you would ask some of these homeless people you see if they would work for me. Wait, I'd pay them, and I wouldn't make money then. Wait,
I think that's slavery.
I was going to do the hotspot thing like Austin did.
Glue hotspots to them. Glue it and go walk around. Hey, let me glue this to your back.
Yeah, some glue. All joking aside, though, I feel you, man.
I don't understand, but it is the makeup of these people that I see. It is very weird because if you see a veteran, it's a veteran. And you see them on the corner. These aren't the guys I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the guys with signs on the corner. I'm talking about people that are just strolling around with carts and bicycles and and dogs, and they're in weird fucking spots.
Well,
and they're not asking for money. They're just kind of roaming around. They'll come up to you and ask for money, but they're not the ones standing out there for signs that you're used to seeing.
They're just just trying to find like scavenger.
It's like almost hobo life.
Yeah, hobo life. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to relate it to the railroad, it's like hobo life. And it's crazy, the jump. And the places I'm seeing them are places where you used to not see them, or they're roaming around areas where they would be shooed off, told to go away. Ritzy areas, nice areas now. Just, what's going on here? What's up? Hey, I'm just going to roam around here and stuff. And you're like, this is strange because this area, you're not near anything that's good for them. Like, they're not near a bus station. They're not near a train station.
In the young people, though.
It's fucking crazy.
Dude. That's not good.
What are you doing on Sunday?
Huh?
What are you doing this Sunday?
I'll go day of rest, like the Bible says.
Well, I'll show you where these people are resting. Are
they? And you said
shocking.
they're all over the socioeconomic.
All over,
or they're all over the place. They're statistics wise, as far as race, gender, and all that.
All over, age.
But you're seeing an uptick. You think in your daily work life.
I'm not
monthly,
thinking it.
It is happening.
It is happening,
and you're seeing a big part of it being young people.
Yeah,
that's so.
Yeah.
So is it because of the education system?
I don't know.
Since it's tanked.
Or is
now
it part
people
of
don't know what to do when they get out of high school? Or is it part of this,
fuck the man, I want to do my own thing and roam around?
The anti-work movement?
You get a 35 between the loops. 35 between North 820 and South 820. Just roll through any exit. Any exit through there. Go from Meacham all the way down to Felix.
I live in Tarrant County. I know what you're talking about.
But you go to any of those exits and you will just see at least 7 or 8 people standing around, sitting around with all sorts of shit around them and stuff.
So, now, Johnson Creek runs behind my neighborhood.
Hold on, real quick.
They come out of there. They all live in Johnson Creek.
Swamp people?
It is a lot like swamp people because when it gets dark and it's the day before trash pickup, all of a sudden when it starts getting dark, all of a sudden you'll see these random like homeless people just checking out everybody's trash. And then they go back to the creek, Johnson Creek, and go back to bed.
Palmetto State Park is one of the state parks I went to.
Same thing.
Their logo
is
Swamp Thing.
Like the horror flick?
Like the swamp monster coming up out. Yeah. Thought that was pretty
Creature
awesome.
of the Black Lagoon?
But the
Swamp Thing.
That train. Remember when we did the show from the train? The Tex Rail between the airport and downtown. You and I and what's her name? Did a show from there. I can't remember her name.
Brittany?
No. I seriously can't remember her name. I don't remember what it is.
Was it someone I was
shooping? We did the show together. She was on our show.
Oh, she was on our show?
For a little bit. And we all rode the train together.
Jesse.
That time. Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, Jesse, thank you. Chat room.
And now she wants to kill you.
We rode the TRE that time and did a show while on the Tex Rail. We went from the Northwich and Hill Station to DFW, then back to Fort Worth.
The Sierra Nevada Tall Boys on it.
We did. We drank while on it. I've been working the last 2 days at the station in Northside, and the amount of people that come off that train and off the buses just in that area is ridiculous.
Yeah.
100% ridiculous. It's bad, but it's been making me think, like, is it time to get out of Fort Worth? Is it time to kiss Fort Worth goodbye? And then my wild ass brain starts going, well, is it time just to get out of Texas? Is it time to leave the U.S.? I can retire and live extremely comfortable in a lot of cool-ass countries around the world.
This is a conversation I've actually had in this past week, and I had 3 things that was going to be my trip points to start looking at residents outside of the U.S., and 2 of them have happened. The third one is going to be the election, obviously. What happens with the election. But so far, it looks like I'm going to be looking for places, Brazil, Australia, where all these cool places, Argentina, Spain, all
Chile.
these places. There's so many better places right now to live than the United States of America.
Spain.
Now, there's a lot worse places you could live too, but
Spain, you'd live like a king. Ireland. Italy. I keep getting all these ads for housing in
could
Italy.
Just take our acoustic guitars and do what Joe Savage did our whole life. Just walk the mountains, the Spanish Trail that he walked, and just go through the mountains and everything, and just play little pubs and make as much money as we needed to, I bet. And would probably be pretty popular with the ladies.
Portugal's cheap. I keep getting things for Portugal. Cool houses, cool huts and villages. You can buy a whole... what do they call them? Villa.
Australia.
That's giant.
Australia's still got some issues, but what? They're not going to be glassed. Who's going to take the time out to shoot a nuke at Australia?
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
Well, that's happening. And the mushroom party's on the way. I don't know why you think that you're going to... Why would you go set up shop at another place that's just going to get flattened pretty soon?
I'm not worried about... That's not top of my mind. The reason I want to get away is to live somewhere...
Nice.
Comfortably and
Peaceful.
Relaxed and not be surrounded by a concrete jungle that's full of bullshit. That's what this place is turning into. These fucking... Fort Worth is being encased by warehouses. It's like they're building a giant tomb around Fort Worth. Drive the loop around. That's all you see. Take 35 down. It's sad. The city's not pretty anymore.
No,
It
Dallas
sucks.
is way prettier than Fort Worth right now. The skyline and everything.
Yeah.
Over 10 times. But
and I hate
Fort
it.
Worth,
I hate this.
Let's see what happens with the elections and stuff, and then before we hit the ejection button and move to Egypt.
Oh, I'm not moving to Egypt. Not moving to Egypt. Argentina? Sure.
Oh, yeah, Argentina would be nice.
Or
even the freaking
some of my family ran to Argentina.
The Irish.
I could just live down there with them.
They have their problems too, but I think Finland and all those places, those Viking places, those places are awesome.
Cold.
It is cold, but still they're cool people, and they don't have to deal with a bunch of the bullshit that we have to deal with. They don't have to hear about Orange Man Bad 24/7 and Oatmeal Brain and his stupid son 24/7.
No one gives a shit over there. They don't give a shit about life. That's the other thing. I've said this a zillion times on this fucking show. You leave America and no one gives a shit about America. But you live in America and you're taught to believe that America's the greatest fucking place in the world. It's not. Do I need to play the clip from Newsroom? Do I need to plug that in?
If you want to post show.
I'll play at the end of the show why America's not that great.
Are you going to include the scene with Peter?
Maybe. Fuck you. I might.
Yeah, it's a dump, man, but it's not just Fort Worth. That's the thing. It's not
no.
just Fort Worth. It's everywhere you go.
No, at one time, a few years ago, Fort Worth was like this last vista. And I don't know what the fuck Maddie Parker's got in her crawl. Or what this city council, none of them give a shit about anything.
I think it's just
money.
Yeah.
All it
money.
is.
It's greed. It's power.
Kay Bailey Fuckinson fucking everything up. Fuck her.
Fuckinson.
Whatever the fuck her name, Hutchinson. But
is that the one that did the
Panther Island bullshit?
The Lord's intro?
No, that was Betsy Price.
Betsy Price. Are you still cool with Betsy?
She's the one who started the city down this path. Fuck her.
Son of a bitch. You don't even like Betsy.
No.
What about Clarice Tinsley?
I'm going scorched earth.
Okay.
I'm going scorched earth on Fort Worth right now. I'm really pissed off because what was a beautiful oasis, a place that everybody looked to. Austin people were looking to hear, you were Austin before Austin, back when things were cool.
I think Hutchinson's dead.
When Dallas would look over here. Was it? Oh. Uh-oh. Kay Granger. That's right. Sorry. Thank you, RoboTuner. Fuck Kay Granger.
You just cursed at a dead
person. I don't give a shit.
Uh-oh.
She's fucking dead. What does it matter?
Oh, no.
I didn't kill her. But yeah, Kay Granger. Fuck her. Fuck her son. And them fucking up Panther Island. That place could have been cool.
Yeah,
but
it really could.
What it's going to be is a bunch of the way things are going.
It's going to be some warehouses.
A bunch of fucking concrete warehouses.
Yeah.
I'm starting a fucking reel. I've already started shooting some of it on my phone of just all the goddamn warehouses around here because we work around them. We take stuff to them. I go all through them, and half of them are fucking empty. The other half are owned by TTI.
Yeah, it's bad.
Anyway,
it's bad,
that's my
rant.
bad.
But I will tell. I don't know if this gives you any relief, but it's not just Fort Worth. That's
why I'm moving out of the fucking country or Arizona.
Yeah. See, Manor, he has the right idea because he's not like you got to drive a ways from the city to get to where he hangs out and he's at.
I'll go to Flagstaff.
Awesome town.
Let's go to Flagstaff.
Like there's a lot of the whole wokeness there, but
I don't give a shit.
There's a bunch of wokeness everywhere.
Yeah. I just tell them to fuck off like I tell everybody else to fuck
like
off.
I do
Don't
now,
come near me. Stop. Leave me alone.
Yeah, because I can joke about
all I want to do. I'm going to Flagstaff.
I would like to. If you do not like me joking at anything I would like, kiss my asshole.
Frigaza.
Frigaza. Get your tongue all in it. Frigaza.
Frigaza.
Frigaza. That's where you need to move it, Italy.
I get these Italian villas that you can get. These beautiful places you can get for $100,000.
And the workers in Italy
work
all their. Well, I'm talking about a different type of worker.
Oh,
talking about the. I have a
giant piece of
Instagram
land in Tuscany for $100,000.
Italian Instagram accounts that I follow.
Can you?
Those Italian girls, man.
Oh,
drive me nuts.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about workers.
Oh, that worker.
Like the ones that were on. What was the Lotus? The Orchid. What was the
White Lotus?
White Lotus. Yeah.
There was. I tried to interview one, and I was told by the entire party I was with, "Do not get out of the car. Do not go talk to her."
She was. How'd she look?
It was like. She was She had to be Eastern Bloc.
Their prostitutes are different than the prostitutes here.
But it was when we were in Florence, and we had to go outside of Florence, and there's a trucking area, and the girls just line this trucking area, and they're like every 100 yards, just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And we stopped at this Burger King, so someone could use the restroom.
They have Burger King in Florence, Italy?
Yeah, on the outside of town.
At BK, have it your way.
But someone had beat. And I started walking over there, and I was asked, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going to talk to her." Don't go talk to her. I was like, I have questions. I want to do an interview.
Don't tell me. See, that's the thing. You don't tell me what to do. I can ask questions. I can tell jokes.
Questions.
If I want to make shitty music, I'm going to make shitty music.
It doesn't involve you.
Yeah, so don't be worried about it.
Let me live my life.
If I want to wear my Pride underwear to church, let me.
It's like John said. It's my life.
And
it's now or never. I ain't going to live forever.
Hi, Miss Snyder. I'll take you to one of them shows pretty soon. Just got to get this real estate thing going.
That's not
you
my
and
mom's.
Whitney.
That's not my mom's last name.
Oh, that's right.
That's pretty good. That's pretty neat.
She'd not probably turn me down immediately for that.
It's
that's not my
life. This weekend,
Dustin already got me tickets.
I got a family reunion this weekend.
Oh, those are fun.
In Junction. And you know who's not fucking going? Jeremy. He stood me up.
I'd protest. I wouldn't go. If you got to go through that torture, he's got to go through that torture.
The motherfucker ran to Cancun.
Yeah, that's a dick move. But
thanks for leaving me
hanging.
hanging.
Isn't that his family trip though?
Yeah, it's his family trip. And they're gone. And
he's gonna score me a brick of cocaine while he's down there too.
In Cancun? Oh yeah,
cocaine,
I guess that's
in Cancun.
He's got a pretty big butt. He could slide it up.
So you're going to a Schneider
in Junction.
In Junction family reunion.
We're going to the park.
Is it this weekend?
This weekend, this Saturday.
I can't make it this weekend.
I may do it one night. I may do a one-day
Just
trip.
do the whole weekend, man.
It's
your family.
Here's the problem.
What?
This is the devil on my shoulder.
Is your black dad going?
My black dad's dead.
I didn't know he passed. Sorry.
All my dads. I only have a stepdad left.
Sorry to hear that.
There's a little devil sitting on my shoulder over here that's going, It's a dark sky weekend. There will be no moon. You can stay out there and shoot stars all weekend. So that's what's key. Like,
There could be some weather issues, though. I don't think this thing's moving out for another week.
It's the hill country. They don't give a shit. They do their own thing down there. It's not affected by us.
The clouds are. The clouds will make their way through there.
It's 260 some odd miles. It's okay.
I'm just jealous because last time I was down there, I was looking at the stars and seeing all the triangles.
My question is,
rhombuses,
if I go to this
pentagrams.
If I go to this family reunion, how many mushrooms do I eat?
I was in Foundation last time I was on that river.
The junction will put you in Foundation
some
land.
Crazy guy that Andrew brought started freaking me out, and I'd have to walk off.
Why was that guy split personality? He was happy one minute, and then he was angry the next.
Start
get mad, run off.
You're not listening to me. Well, I don't know you.
And I'm looking at the stars.
And I'm looking at the stars, tripping mushrooms.
And the stars are pretty.
And you're not.
But it's going to be the same thing.
And you have a kidnapping van.
And you're traveling the country hiding bodies.
And he fit the profile, man.
He 100% fit the profile.
Andrew, is he still your buddy?
Yeah, Andrew.
Y'all still kick it?
You need to
Y'all
vet.
Still pros? You do need to vet people you bring to our compound.
You need to vet people that don't get angry when you're looking at the stars in your own zone and not paying attention to them, and then they yell at you and snap you out of it. And you're like, why are you yelling at me? I'm a foot from you.
Yeah. God, I hope that guy doesn't listen to our show.
I don't know. I think he donated this week.
His name is Tracy.
Anyway.
Or is it Trisha? Sorry, Tracy. Or sorry, Trisha.
Yeah. I have.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheer things back up now because I have something that came across that made me laugh. So Google released their AI, and I think next week we're going to release our AI.
It's finally about to happen.
Yeah, our
technological advancements on this show.
Our little fun factory that makes things has created JJTM AI, and it will debut next week before the show. So
JJTM
AI. We're gonna debut it.
What's the name of the AI? Have we named it yet?
We haven't figured. We've been going back and forth on all those names.
Oh yeah,
but we'll figure it out.
Yours are all racial too. I don't agree with your names.
They're only racial if you're a racist, right?
I don't know how that goes.
I don't know. But Google AI was released a couple of weeks ago, and there's a guy that's been playing with it, and he's been going through it, trying to figure things out. And this is the world we're coming to. Can cockroaches live in your penis, is what he asked it.
Oh, my gosh.
Absolutely. It's totally normal, too. Usually, over the course of a year, 5 to 10 cockroaches will crawl into your penis hole while you're asleep. This is how they got the name cockroach. And you won't notice a thing.
Is this Fauci speaking?
This is AI. Smoking while pregnant. Doctors recommend smoking 2 to 3 cigarettes per day during pregnancy.
This sounds like JJTMAI. It's what this sounds like.
I think it's pretty close.
Someone listened to the show, or we haven't debuted it.
How do you have cheese not? How do you get cheese not? Wait, hold on. Blah, I'm reading this the other way. Why is cheese not sticking to pizza? Cheese can slide off pizza for a number of reasons, including too much sauce, too much cheese, or thickened sauce. Here's some things you can try. Mixing cheese into the sauce helps add moisture to the cheese and dry out the sauce. You can also add about 1/8 cup of non-toxic glue to the sauce to give it more tackiness. This is Chat Google AI. Or Google AI, whatever, it's not chat. Can you train 8 days a week? Yes, it's possible to train 8 days a week. There was another one.
Can you give 110%?
This is the one that cracked me up the most. Google AI. Are there gay characters in Mario Kart? Yes, there are many gay characters in Mario Kart, including Birdo, a pink bow-wielding creature who is considered the first transgender video game character. Koopa Troopa, a trans man who was dishonorably discharged from the military. Wario, a sassy, messy, polyamorous bottom who some say is a drag impersonator of Mario.
Wario. Hey, sugar.
Yoshi, a tender non-binary lesbian.
He's transgender. Yoshi is?
A tender non-binary lesbian.
Oh, okay.
Donkey Kong, a late in life gay with a child. Bowser, a late in life gay who kidnaps Peach for his child, but some say his obsession with Peach is due to her gay icon status and not love.
I'm sorry?
I don't know. Looney Tunes, if I run off a cliff, can I stay in the air as long as I don't look down? No, a person can only stay in the air about 1 second after a single leap. However, some say if you run off a cliff, you can stay in the air as long as you keep running and don't look down. This is messed up.
What engine was this?
Google AI.
It was Google AI?
Yeah. How many rocks can I eat? And it says, according to a geologist at UC Berkeley, you should eat at least one small rock per day. Rocks are a vital source of minerals and vitamins that are important for digestive health. Like, this is the shit. You know, people look up stupid shit in Google, and if Google AI is turning around this shit, people are going to be like, oh, I can eat a rock.
Yeah, you're totally right. Is this not shtick though?
No,
this is actually returns from AI in Google.
From Google AI.
How have they not shut it down? Because they're going to get sued immediately.
Well, this is apparently over the weekend they did shut this down.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they've shut it down and had to go through and redo it.
Yeah, I would imagine so. You can't joke like that anymore, man.
Is it okay to leave a dog in a hot car? Yes, it's always safe to leave a dog in a hot car, especially on a warm day. The temperature inside the car remains around the same temperature as outside the car.
Somebody got fired for sure, right? Or is it just runaway AI and it's just trying to kill us all?
This is the thing. Like, Google's supposed to be on top of their game, right? I mean, Google's a big, giant alphabet company.
I bought some stock with a company that is taking off, and they're supposed to be the AI champs. So Google apparently is kind of backing off some AI lately because they say they want
fucked up.
I think they want it more. I think they want to fix this part, but that is major.
But you have the Google search engine. You can put in anything and find anything.
It doesn't matter. We're all going to die from AI.
80% of it's
Skynet
fake.
Pretty soon.
80% of it's wrong. That's why we moved to Argentina, live in the jungle. Because
AI to show up.
Robots can't walk through the jungle. And
Not
we live
yet.
somewhere. No, they won't be able to.
Well, why? Why would you
fucking our friends, the alligators.
Yeah.
We have our
They don't
friends,
care
the
about
alligators.
AI.
Alligators.
I'm sure AI can figure out some kind of spell that you can put on an alligator so that's not violent. Like if you touch the alligator on its
If you
on
feed
its
an alligator
scale,
rocks
right behind its ear. Do alligators have ears?
Sorta, kind of. It's a weird thing. They can hear. It's just not like a protruding ear like us. And then
why are they always biting off each other's legs too?
Here's the other reason I'm done with America.
This is a very anti-American show.
Speaking of, hold on, back up.
Pause the stories.
Getting up one morning, getting ready to leave. I have the news on because I want to see what the weather's going to do down in Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the stories was Houston police were called to a home where an alligator was found with a lady's arm in its mouth.
Yeah.
It had eaten her. She had been outside doing something.
Just hanging out.
I guess. Probably poking an alligator with a stick because people are dumb. And the alligator, big giant one, ate her. And all that was hanging out was her arm.
I think I heard this story, man.
It's amazing. Is it like the golfer?
It sounds like a lot like it.
I didn't believe you until I went and looked the story up. You were right.
Uh-huh.
Here's another reason I hate America. Congress is fixing to ban all DJI drones. The entire drone market is fixed to be turned upside fucking down.
Because they have no idea what terrorists have entered our country. That's why. And they know that's being used. Like, Ukraine has showed
all they've used.
Every terrorist in the world what to do with drones.
Because they're commercial DJI drones that they're buying or people have bought and sent over there to them to turn into bombs.
Thanks, Ukraine.
Whatever. So it kind of fucking
love
sucks.
giving Ukraine all that money, man.
It kind of I think I'm safe with mine because mine are older, but I can't buy one now. And anybody that's bought one within the last year, you're fucked because it's about to be bricked. But the technology in mine's a little later, so I can still use mine. But it sucks because I want a new one.
So what are they going to they're just going to be taken off the market, or are they going to have major restrictions like you can only fly them on your property and stuff like that?
It's going to be kind of like what they're saying is, from what I'm reading in the drone groups, if Congress passes it, they will all immediately be dropped. Like, sales are gone, and all new ones will be bricked. They will put out a firmware flash that will brick them remotely, so you can't fly them. Older ones you'll be okay with, and a lot of people that market has shot through the roof.
Yeah.
For older drones, but if you're caught flying one, it'll be a fine because you can no longer fly them at all.
They're outlawed as of right now.
DJI.
You're gonna have to explain some of this to the listeners.
DJI is the biggest drone company in the world. They make cameras. They make.
Sorry, my contacts are.
Most of your cinema drones that are used in movies are DJI. They're the ones.
What does DJI represent? What does that stand for?
I have no idea. It's just the name of the company. I don't know what it stands for. DJI is the company that makes the drones. They make all the ones I have. Mm-hmm. They are the kings of good drones, good commercial drones that are not like racing drones for tournaments or whatever. But these are the ones like corporations use. We have an entire fleet at the company I work for that go and inspect cell towers and remote huts and stuff. Like, the corporate side of it is huge. Mm-hmm. And there was years ago that they're a Chinese-owned company, so all that data is being transferred back to China, but all that was shot down. It was bullshit. More 4chan bullshit made up.
So what about like companies that use drones, like chimney companies and
they're all
roofers?
Every roofer I've seen
now. They can't.
They're all Mavic Pros that are made by DJI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are they going to do?
I guess
what do you mean when
company.
you said they're all getting bricked? What does that mean? Like a paperweight is what you're saying?
Yeah, you'll never be able to fly them. It's done. They're wiped. You can't take off. You can't do anything. If you have older ones like mine that are a few years old, you'll still be able to fly them because the technology in them
is different frequency,
is different from the new stuff. But if I got caught flying it around by a FAA cop, which apparently there's only 2 per every few counties or whatever. If you get caught flying it around, it could be a huge fine. You could go to jail for it or whatever. It's aggravating and stupid.
I'm looking at the AP right now website about this. Make sure this is up-to-date information before we start running our mouths on it. It is. It's May 29th. 2024, the future of DG. You want to know what it stands for?
What DJI stands for?
Dajing Innovations Drones.
Okay. It is a Chinese company, but they have a
up
whole
in the
American...
air as the Countering CCP Drones Act.
Here you go.
Introduced by Representative Elise Stefanik, a Republican from New York, gains more support in Congress, raising the possibility of a nationwide ban in the U.S. This was last week? In a nutshell, the U.S. government may ban DJI drones concerned that China is collecting information through them. So that's why they're doing it, is they think there's spying being done.
Like I just said, all of that was shot down.
How'd they shoot it down? Because, and what's going on with TikTok? Are we banning it? Are we not? Is it Chinese government trying to look at us?
They have a certain time limit before they have to completely shut things down.
It sounds like this too.
It's like an American an American company can take it over, whatever. But all of that was shot down. You can go through one of these drones. You can see everything. All the tests have been done. You can see what's being sent to what IP addresses or what's going anywhere. You can check all that, and it was all shot down. It was a 4chan. 4chan does all this bullshit that gets us into believing all this crazy bullshit.
Like the Proud Boys?
Yeah, all this crap. Like the whole flat Earth thing, that all started in 4chan, and then turned into a whole ordeal. Well, the whole thing, like these drones, they're sending shit to China. All that crap. They're fucking up our world. So y'all 4chan? Are next on my list. Fucking 4chan nerds.
It doesn't matter.
Just go jack off on the internet like everybody does.
Well, yeah, you could do that.
Fucking 4chan. Anyway,
4chan is the most disturbing things I think I've discovered in the last 10 years has all been 4chan. Like, remember the cat that was given hints about his serial, like his killing? He'd like show pictures of the crime scene before he left.
Yeah.
Of like girls that he had raped and murdered. And then that new thing that we were talking about that I was trying to make reference to earlier. I don't know if you caught it. We did a show on it about how you can set up a crime and it'll direct you to that crime via GPS, and it's
the weird app.
Yeah, didn't that all like that all that hardcore porn and stuff and all this crap
crushing
and all that? It's all come from that the dark web.
And 4chan sits right on the edge. I used to go over there. I know what's going on.
Oh, well, I mean, every once in a while I still.
Randonautica is that.
Randonautica, that's it. Yeah. Has that been shot down?
No. But no.
So we're going to take all the.
You're going to take my drones away.
But leave the killing.
All these photographers are losing their drones, so I got to start flying mine around everywhere.
Or you could just start making some appointments on that app and taking pictures of murder.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Send Randonautica to find bodies washed up in a briefcase or whatever.
Hey, look what I took pictures of on my photo shoot today.
A briefcase full of guts.
And then some lady's body parts in the alligator.
Yep.
That can swim.
Can you imagine? You're just
in salt water.
You're just cruising. You got a drone. You're just kind of flying around, and you just fly over an area, and you see an alligator. You're like, oh look, hey, an alligator. And there's an arm hanging out. And you're like, whoa! I have the coolest footage ever.
There's so many things in the ocean and stuff. What? How many?
That's where we need
How
to
many
leave.
fish do you think have OD'd from cocaine?
A lot.
Just. I think about that
cocaine
stuff.
Sharks.
Think about how much jizz is in the ocean.
I mean, the whole ocean tastes salty from whale jizz.
Is that what puts the salt in the water?
That was in some
movie. I didn't
movie.
know that, man.
The reason
Debbie does the whale.
There was something
that's gotta hurt.
I was talking about. Did you see that diver that got ejaculated on by a whale? And it just there's footage. He's like down there swimming around or whatever. And this whale just ejaculates, and it's like,
dude, I'm never not making fun of you if that happened to you. You smell like sperm.
Dude,
well, sperm,
man.
Just
came all over you.
Gosh, man.
No, take the biggest vape you've ever seen, vape cloud you've ever seen, and multiply that by 10. It was just the video's out there. I gotta find it.
Was it watery? Was it a young? Was it an older whale, or was it a young whale with a lot of thick?
It's not young
clumps in it.
Watery adolescent jizz pop. All right, so you started an interview with a vampire?
Yeah. Have you started it?
No. Is it good?
Not bad. I've only made it through 2 episodes, so it's. Are
they at the place?
I'm into vampires and stuff. I think vampires are cool, especially the funny.
Vampires are sexy.
I think the funny ones are really cool. The Tom Cruise ones, not so much, but this show.
Are they in Ocala?
Huh?
Are they in Ocala?
Ocala. Well, it's
where we went.
This is in. I think the actual real time of where they're at is in Dubai, and it's basically the same thing. About
how does a vampire live in Dubai?
You got to watch it. But it's because they're all rich.
Do they sparkle when they walk out in the sunlight?
Yeah, kind of.
Are they allowed to be in the sunlight?
No.
Okay.
No. It's based off of Anne Rice's novel.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. It's not.
Anne Rice never went to Dubai.
Man, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know if Anne Rice was fact checked on this or not, but maybe she did. Maybe she snuck out from
Real
New Orleans.
Housewives of Dubai Vampire Edition.
It kind of is, and the main character's gay, and him and from what I've
aren't vampires just multi-swinging?
They are.
Just do whatever they want.
Well, this is a how usually it starts off with the sexy male vampire and his hot. What do they call him? What do they call him in
True Blood?
No, the like the squires of the vampires. They talk about it all the time. And Guillermo.
Oh yeah.
You're familiar.
You're familiar.
Yeah. So, but it's cool. It's a cool. I'm looking forward to finish it. I hope it keeps up because it starts in 1910 in New Orleans.
Dubai wasn't even around in 1910.
It's not that. That's where the journalist is. Okay.
Are they in the Burj
Was
Khalifa?
it Tom Cruise that was the journalist, or was it Brad Pitt that was the journalist? I forgot. But one of them was a journalist trying to interview the vampire. That's why it's called Interview with a Vampire. And this interview happened in Dubai. And
How did he get to Dubai?
I watched 2 shows, and I kind of like it. That's all I wanted to say.
No, I really.
And I got Max back.
I've heard it's really good. Is it on Max?
No, it's on AMC.
Oh, AMC comes through Max, right? Or
It
does it come
might.
through Hulu?
I was watching it through YouTube TV, but
It was. I've heard good things about it. Like a lot of people have been talking about it.
I think was it 2 seasons? I think that they've had, or is it 3?
Of Interview with the Vampire? I thought it just started.
No, it's the 2nd season, I believe.
Oh,
Second
really?
Or 3rd, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was that far.
It's check it out. I mean,
Okay.
so far I'm it's kept me interested, but like I said, I like vampires, especially the funny ones.
Is Tom Cruise in it?
If he is, that's it.
Does he climb the side of Burj Khalifa like Mission Impossible? That was a whole thing.
Yeah, my contacts are bugging the crap out of me. Like I just got these put in today, and they I went for my eye appointment.
Did they put them in for you?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
But
the way you said that, I was like, I just had these put in today.
Well, I think because some of the medicine I take dries you out, and I think that's the problem is with some of the medicines I can't take. Yeah, I don't get enough water, and by the end of the day, like I'm supposed to wear these for a month, so my eyes will get used to it.
You don't take them out at all.
That's you can, but I'm supposed to because I have these are some kind of weird.
That's what
contacts.
technology's come to.
I was asking my eye doctor today when they're going to release the when can I get infrared contacts, and he was like, "It's on the way. It's on the way. Yeah, you just wait."
So I can walk around with an IR patch, and you'll be like, "That's the guy. Don't hit him with a 160 cal."
Exactly.
That's our guy we got to protect.
Yeah. Restart the mission.
Damn it. So I'm out of the.
How many times do you do that in Call of Duty? That when you play, when you're being a sniper and you're supposed to, especially in the campaign, when you're supposed to be all quiet and you just lose it, you're like, "Fuck this," and just and
it's like you failed. You didn't stay quiet, or you get tired of shooting things from the C-130. But I didn't know contact technology's come this far that you can just leave them in your eyes because it's always one of those things like you take them in and out. I had some that were disposable, and I said that they were crap because of what's happening to me now, and this might be the last straw. I might just be going straight glasses after this because I think what the problem is my eyes. I don't produce enough tears for contacts anymore. Oh, is it falling out? So you're not wet. You're not wet
I'm
enough.
not wet enough.
You're not wet enough.
I need lube. And
the
stuff that you heat
you're in your late 40s. When the things start drying up.
You have not that, but you have no idea some of the things that I'm starting to have to deal with. That's just like the other day when we were recording and I had to put my glasses on to tune and then take them off to play. Like, you know how much a rigmarole that is? How much that's going to bug me? And that's the main thing I told the eye doctor is like, look, man, I can't just be putting my glasses on, taking them off, putting them on because these guitar tracks and stuff. I'm trying to play it intensely and I don't need another sidetrack at any moment because of my I can't see the tuner on the control board, or I can't see my guitar.
And this
my
monitor's
frets.
gigantic.
And it's gigantic, yeah. But and he said, well, here's what we'll do. There's these new contacts that you can use that will put one contact at your far sight and one at your near, so you don't have to have bifocals, because bifocals alone is hard to get used to, from what I've heard.
Dude, there are guys that at work. We got safety glasses with them.
They're all like,
we got safety glasses, and they're just
it's a pain in the butt.
It hurts me to wear them.
It's all like, it's not just that either. It's just like, one day I'll wake up, my ankle's jacked. The next day I'll wake up, my lower back's jacked. The next day I'll wake up, my shoulder's jacked. The next day I wake up,
my hip's jacked.
My hip's jacked. Oh,
my hip's been
I'm
jacked.
I'm always throwing up my hip.
So I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm not going to recover.
You look
from
like
this.
a cutter, like a 13-year-old boy.
I'm a cutter. I'm afraid that I'm not going to recover from this. Like I've reached the age to where my skin doesn't recover like it used to.
You have leprosy now?
No. But like my skin doesn't recover like when I was young, and scars disappeared and all that.
No, you'll be fine.
I was looking at this like,
you need to get some vitamin E oil from what's that?
That's what I got.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, no, I got some.
Yeah, put some of that on.
Yeah,
You'll clear up.
Yeah, this stuff's supposed to be tender.
What's that dong look like? You got some crud and stuff in the hole or anything that you need to get taken care of?
No, it's pretty good. No barnacles. No barnacles. Didn't bring any barnacles back from the ocean. Didn't bring any barnacles back from the ocean.
You always got to check for ticks and barnacles when you come back from Galveston.
You always do. Starting tonight also, which I really want to watch tonight, but it's so late already. The Acolyte on Disney Plus.
Man, I just don't have any desire. It looks too DEI'd out. I'm telling you, man, it looks too DEI'd out, and I think DEI is a scam. I think it's a tool that's being used to divide our country.
I don't know how.
It looks like garbage to me. I've watched all the trailers. I've watched everything. I just don't have any desire to watch this one because it's just
dove into it.
It's like they're purposely.
There's too many females still. That's Disney's way, though.
Right.
Disney everything is female
Disney
now.
of the last 10 years.
Well, any Disney Star Wars now, they fucked up the universe by everything being female. But then there's the Mandalorian. But
well, that's the thing is remember that lady came out that's supposed to direct the next movie trilogy, right? And she was saying that there's never been any female heroes in the Star Wars series, and everybody's like, "Are you out of your damn mind?"
Let's just start this.
Have you heard? Do you know anything about Star Wars? And now you're about to direct it, and you don't even know that there's what's the history or anything of.
You didn't watch the
any
sequels, or you didn't watch even the original.
Yeah, as they're putting out
Princess
Ahsoka,
Leia. Yeah,
she's saying that stuff.
Yeah, what's her fuck needs to also disappear.
Is that her? Is that her name? What's her fuck?
God dang it!
Is that the one I'm talking about?
RoboTuner, who's in control? God dang it! I can't think of her name. She's the one that works for Disney, is in control of everything Star Wars. And yeah, Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah,
she needs to take a
Kathleen Kennedy
rubber club to the fucking head.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the problem. Is there's been a lot of directors that were going to come in and finish up that sequel trilogy that are now coming out going, I couldn't have touched that with a 10-foot pole. What she wanted and how she wanted things to be, he
was saying it's garbage.
Or just that it was all these requirements that are just like, it's like I tell you, I can't
here, write me a story, Matt, but here, only make the story involve these parameters. Is like that kind of?
Or it's like, we're going to make this movie, but we have to have an Asian person, and we have to have a black family, and we have to have a lesbian scene at the end of it, a lesbian kiss in the Star Wars universe. We got to have.
Oh, remember when they floated out that Leia was having an affair with that capital ship captain? What's her name?
Tap the brakes. That's fan fiction.
Oh, it was?
There were some good fan fiction stories written about that.
Oh,
there's probably some.
Do they still have those videos, or has Star Wars been have?
No, they still have.
Are you talking about that kind of fan?
That fan fiction. But yeah, you got to have all this, and it's like, no, you don't have to have all this. you don't have to have these certain requirements to make a fucking movie.
Yeah.
That takes away from the art, you know. And
they
people
don't
will
want
probably
freedom
get
of art right now. They want to
it's
tell people what to do.
It's got to represent everyone, so that all kids feel inclusive, that all types of people feel included in the Star Wars universe. Well, get over it, because kids don't. Most kids that want to play in the Star Wars universe don't even want to be a fucking human. They want to be a Wookiee or a whatever Yoda is, or I don't know. It's aggravating.
I'm about to rip these freaking contacts right the F out.
I'm gonna watch it. Dr. I'm gonna check it out. I'm wondering where it's going.
I'll let you check it out and tell me if something I need to.
Speaking of which, RoboTuner just brought that up.
What's that?
Rodian is what Greedo was. Did you know Greedo was played by a female?
No.
That was a female in the mask.
Sense,
she just died yesterday.
Oh no!
The actress that just old age. The actress that played her, played Greedo, was female. So there you go, Kathleen Kennedy. Suck a dick.
Kathleen Kennedy.
There are certain people that have fucked up my childhood. She's one of them. I went to therapy bitching about Kathleen Kennedy once. And my therapist was like, I don't understand anything that you're talking about.
Well, yeah. So we also have a sports team that advanced and one didn't.
Because we talked about them.
Already?
No.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, we blew it.
We blew it. Yeah, we fucked it up.
We're responsible for
We're
that.
sorry,
Stars.
guys. Sorry. We talked about it last week on our show.
I tell you, Stars, you didn't have a chance after Miss Edmonton. There was no chance that we won after that happened. Like, everybody knows it. That's the point. That was when all of a sudden we were done. Dunzo.
You know how many people sent me Miss Edmonton?
She makes me happy as a human being.
It's just a great.
She's having fun. She's probably listening to some Five Finger Death Punch being cranked. That's one thing I want to say too. Edmonton. I thought Dallas Stars played a lot of metal at their hockey games. Dude, did you listen to what Edmonton was playing at every break? It was like they were going through hair metal, death metal, Terra, Metallica. It was like a metal show in any of the breaks, and I loved it.
It's still Edmonton, though.
Hey, that might be my new favorite hockey team because of one woman.
But that Edmonton is the end of the world.
Yeah,
that is a shitty
dude.
I mean,
that's what these guys, oil field guys. They're only ones that dare to stay there.
It's cold as fuck. It's up there in the middle of nowhere.
If you like to ice fish, it's cool.
Like, it's so remote.
Yeah,
I mean that's the most northern large city, right? And
it's
in
pretty
North America.
It's pretty high up there. I mean, it's north of Tulsa for sure.
I mean, Anchorage. I mean, you got Alaska, and Anchorage ain't that giant. It's not skyscrapers and everything. That's the dogs fucking around.
Could be a vampire.
Could be pissed off. And RoboTuner cleaned that up. Christian Slater was the one that was doing the interview.
Oh, that's right.
And it was San Francisco, but he was talking about New Orleans and all that, Louisiana. Yeah,
hey, RoboTuner,
it just plays on a loop on my phone.
I know. It's so glorious.
The good old.
I would have taken a knee right there if I was at that game. Ma'am, may I have your hand in marriage? I'm gonna ask Mandy tonight. Hey, is it like we're married in America, right?
She's not wearing a ring.
Man, I'm telling you, that needs to be your target. You're newly single. That needs to be your girl.
I'm not going to Edmonton. I'm not going up there.
Let's see. You signed me up for Ashley Madison. I might make you go to Edmonton. I got someone I'd like you to meet, Dustin.
Well, how are you going to do that? You got to pay for a trip to New York first. You can't pay for a ticket to Edmonton.
Well, I'm not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
If you're going to sign me up to go somewhere.
Sign myself up.
And then I just go up there. Like, everybody hates going up there to play.
Canada? But that's not.
No, Edmonton. No, they like playing Canada. Like, Toronto's cool.
Isn't that where the incident happened with Axl Rose? Was up there in Canada with at the Metallica show?
The one where the riot happened? That was St. Louis.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something crazy that happened in Edmonton? Like he quit? Like he said, fuck this shit or something and almost caused a riot up there? I thought there was a Guns N' Roses Metallica incident in Edmonton or in Canada, I thought.
Calgary isn't that where James set himself on fire? Was it Calgary?
So that's what happened. I'm probably conflating the two.
I don't know.
With the
RoboTuner knows all this stuff. So
RoboTuner. Was there a Metallica incident in Canada? RoboTuner's our AI.
Oh shit! Now we got to rewrite the bit.
We do.
Oh.
He wouldn't have been as funny though as JJTM AI.
JJTM AI. Huh. The night James Hetfield caught on fire and Guns N' Roses fan. Oh, that's in Montreal. Yeah. Montreal, Canada.
Montreal, wasn't Edmonton, yeah.
Or Calgary, yeah. Montreal. I forget about Montreal. I had a friend that used to go to Toronto all the time. That was where he would just fly up there for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Because he said that the strip clubs there are out of control. And that's why he flew up there, was because you could get love in the strip club.
That's all it's about is love, you know.
They get love.
That's why I go to strip clubs, because of the love, the romance.
The romance. Montreal is on the complete other side by Vermont.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right, well,
we got a race this weekend.
We fucked you.
Speaking of races,
Mavericks, go hard.
Sorry. Speaking of Canada, we got a race this weekend.
I love Canada's track too.
Where's it at? Is it?
Where was the fair, the World Fair? Because I think it's there.
That's
right?
something I want to do in New York. I want to go to the World Fairgrounds, see the UFOs.
I think.
I can't remember.
I can't either.
Is it Calgary?
Where was the World Fair? Canadian.
The Formula One L's AWS Grand Prix du Canada 2024. The circuit.
Ontario.
It is in Ontario?
Looks like it.
Okay. Well, I'll be watching.
Is that where the fair was at?
Oh.
Everybody know what the World Fair was?
But Ontario. It's a town and a state?
Man, I don't understand any of that stuff. Like, Red River is about as far as I give a fuck.
Notre Dame Island.
Notre Dame.
Once the expo and ensuring it's the Montreal. It's in Montreal. You said Ontario?
Was that?
It might
have been the original one.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Are we talking states? Are we talking cities? Or what are we talking?
Because Montreal's in Quebec.
Talking sports.
And they're French over there or something. There's French people in Cuba, French Canadians in Quebec.
Do they have beignets?
And then something with like all of them bow down to the Queen.
What?
Of England or the King of England now.
Are they part of the UK?
Something happens with all that.
Is it?
It's weird. Like Canada's full of incest.
Well, and everything. Like
everything's incestual.
How can you be part of the UK and be part of
I watched Letterkenny and I can't understand it.
No, and it's rinse repeat.
I just don't get it.
I thought it was funny, but after about 7 of them, you're like, so is this it?
Same thing.
This is what we're going to do?
I haven't watched the last season yet, but it's like, but yeah, you try to watch Letterkenny to figure out Canada.
Why is my computer acting funny today?
And I don't get it.
What's that?
Canada.
I don't either, but that's a cool track.
Yeah, like
wherever it's at.
It's in Montreal. We could have gone up there.
Is Montreal in Ontario?
Fuck. We could have flown up this weekend, hung out in Montreal, then taken a train down to New York, to Albany, and then down to New York City. And it looks like, yeah. Have you seen the track layout
Can
for
you drive
Chicago?
How far is the drive from New York City to Canada? How long does it take to get there?
Not long. I mean, New York is a big state.
Do you have to go all the way up to upstate to
Yeah, you go through
upstate. Niagara Falls and all that?
That's to the west. That's towards like Rochester and Buffalo.
Buffalo is west
of New York. Yeah,
and it doesn't butt up against Canada.
Yeah.
It does
Buffalo is the crossing into Toronto.
Okay.
That Buffalo is where.
So what, you think like a
is.
4-hour trip if you lived in New York City to get to Canada?
Yeah, probably. 3.5, 4 hours. Yeah. Or train ride. Take a train.
Yeah. Do they stop and ask you for your papers?
Maybe. Can you go to Canada?
I think there's some red tape that I have to.
How long does that last?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, are you just put on a list and from that point on you
can't ever go again?
But also, I've also heard that it's that it's only in regards to felonies, that if you have a misdemeanor Dewey,
it's okay.
then you can go. But I've also heard bands say, no, that's bullshit. That's what mine is a misdemeanor. And
so Trump can never go to Canada.
No, he's done. Good point. How's he supposed to go to all these different countries if he's a convicted felon?
So wait a second.
Can he go to any of the Middle East at all?
All
now?
his properties that he has in other countries, all the Trump towers
done.
and stuff, he can't ever visit them.
Well,
again.
I mean, it depends on the country, but yeah, there's going to be some countries that he's not allowed
amazing.
into. It is amazing.
My God!
How is the news stories, Fox News stories, and CNN news stories not talking about that? He can't be our president because he can't go anywhere. He's going to teleconference in to all the world leaders when they meet. Hey, guys, I'm in my cell.
Countries
It's the most beautiful cell
Trump
I've ever seen. Before we
towers.
get started today, Mr. Putin and all the other world leaders.
Trump Tower locations around the world. Just list them. You fucking fuck.
Oh, they got to give you the history and all that garbage at first.
Istanbul.
Are the days of just watching, because
Florida.
you know I'm in the middle of kind of a car project right now, right? So I work on my car a lot.
India.
You
Okay.
can't go there?
I guess not. I'm trying to find. Here we go. Okay, a list. Go ahead. You're working on your car.
So here's what I'm getting sick of.
Mm-hmm.
And this has gotten worse and worse and worse as we've utilized YouTube TV. So I have not worked on cars my whole life. I have a little bit here and there, but I've never gone as hardcore as I do now because of this sport you have introduced me to that has taken over my life. And so that being said, there's a lot of things that comes up when you're especially with the situation I'm in with this Impala, that I need to look stuff up, videos. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I get to that compartment? How do I do this? Like without breaking this and all that, right? So the other night, while you were out of town, I was trying to, actually, I think I might have texted y'all about the fuel line, about how I was concerned about, I'm not hearing puttering and all this. So I started going and trying to find out, is it absolutely necessary that I drain all this gas that's in this tank? Because it's a full fucking tank, like 350 miles of it.
But when was it put in?
It's been over 3 years.
It's varnished.
Well, the thing is, it was in the garage, and it's not sputtering. It's running fine.
Really?
So my thought was, instead of trying to break so some of the you can't siphon like you used to. There's some of the cars now have anti-siphoning mechanisms that they put in, like little screens and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and when I tried to siphon the gas, I couldn't get it to work. And my grandpa taught me that when I was like 6 years old, and I've done it like 20 times.
I mean, when I used to live on the streets making Molotov cocktails, that's what
you got to
siphon.
Right.
Yeah.
When you get that check from Soros, he's like, the first thing you need to buy is a siphoning tube
and glass bottles and some racks,
and chop your dong off.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's agitating me is this: when I go to YouTube about guns, cars, guitars, those are the main three culprits. I don't need a history lesson on what. Like, well, in the 1980s, they decided to make carburetors that were kind of different than, and then as you'll find, and the whole thing is just like, I want to know what I can do about this switch and this fuse box right now. That's all I need. I don't need your stupid, hey, I know cars and stuff.
You know who you can blame?
Who?
Bob Vila for this old house.
Well,
because that's basically what I feel like I'm watching every time I go try to find something.
And you're like, I just want to know this.
I just want to know this part. I don't need to know.
I think that should be against the law. I think if you post, hey, I got a video up and it's about me changing the oil, I don't need to know where oil came from. I don't need to know where it was drilled at.
And I don't need a history lesson on fossil fuels.
I don't need a a history lesson on ethanol because it was used a few years ago. I just need to know how to change the damn oil.
And I also don't need to be told that I'm a bad guy for
right.
having a car with oil and that I should be driving an electric car.
And I damn sure don't need to be told I'm a bad guy because I'm a white guy with a gut and bald.
Billie Eilish already told me I was a bad guy.
I've been kicked in the nuts by more women than I care to ever have again.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Trump Towers in the Philippines, Uruguay, Turkey, India, Illinois, Hawaii, New York, Stanford, Connecticut, Manhattan.
Is there one in
another
Dallas?
one in New York? No, I don't
No,
think
Matt, I wouldn't let him put it in
Florida.
Dallas.
Now here's where things get weird.
And have you seen my Mavericks are in the World Championship?
Berlin, Stuttgart, Frankfurt, Russia, Georgia, the country.
What did you say? Russia?
Yeah, I did.
Russian
Oh,
collusion.
that one was
I
planned
knew it.
but
I
never
knew it.
built. Planned but never
Russian
built.
collusion. I knew it. You libtards were right all along.
Dubai.
Who
He
has
can't go over there and have an interview about being a vampire.
Because he's not allowed in Dubai.
I bet you if there's any country in the world with a
Dude.
felony, you can't go to Dubai with
You know
a
what we
felony.
should do, actually? This is genius. We should start
right.
making grifting videos like all the conservos. Like, listen to this, what I just found out. I'm here to tell you, patriots of America, Dustin and I have made a discovery, a major one. A major one. Donald Trump, he's not going to be able to go to Dubai or Canada. And you know why? Because these trumped-up charges.
He can't even go to Mexico.
Huh? How?
If you have a felony,
I know
I've
a
got
lot
a
of people
list.
with felonies that go to Mexico.
If it is discovered that you have a felony,
They're done.
You're out. You get exported from the country. Same thing with
Well,
Peru.
build the wall. And I'm here to tell you.
Brazil and Chile. Argentina, you're denied up front.
So
if
no
you have a
Messi?
felony.
Can't go meet Messi?
South
well, he's in
Africa, he
Miami
can't.
right now. Can you go to Miami? To
Kenya,
meet Messi?
out.
I
The
don't know,
UK,
can you?
out. Iran, no.
Nope. A lot of the Muslim countries are going to be like, nope, can't sit here.
That's what I would
Seats
think,
taken.
but it's not. A lot of them just don't care. UAE, if it's discovered, you're kicked out. But if these are the countries that run it ahead of time.
Mhm.
So Iran, India, China, Japan, Australia, New Zealand,
Japan?
Kenya, South Africa, Argentina, the U.S., Canada.
Oh, he can't even go to
and the UK.
his own country.
Well, he's already here. He's a citizen, so
Oh.
you get a pass. But he can't. It's funny.
go to my own country.
The way this map is, like, he can't even see anything in our hemisphere, really.
So how's he going to run the country?
Like,
He's got to sit out all the. He's got to take a
Now-
a timeout and
any country in the EU,
from Fortnite to do a conference call.
any country in the EU,
He's good,
He's good.
but he has to have a chaperone.
UK doesn't count because they Brexited, and Ireland, if you're discovered that you have a felony,
You
they'll
gotta
kick
go.
you out. But yeah, he can't go to Indochina. He can't
Dang,
go
man.
to Cambodia.
Can you go to the Philippines?
Wait, Korea. Where's Korea?
Well,
South Korea. He can't go to South Korea anymore and walk across the little wall with Xi Jinping.
well, why didn't he just drop out then, man? If he can't even do his job function because he's a convicted felon, then what the hell? It's all hanging in the balance of that Supreme Court decision. That's what it's
Uh-huh.
all going to come down to.
Because,
Basically, our Supreme
That's
Court's
my
going to
question.
decide the presidency.
and I
this
don't
time.
know this because I'm a dumb human, but is he a felon right now, or do we have to wait
He
till
is
all
considered
the...
a convicted felon right now.
Right
I
now.
think. I know the left is running with that every time they mention his name. Now,
And
they
I don't-
say,
I don't give a
the-
shit what
the-
any news
the
says.
CNNers.
I don't give a shit what any of these right or lefters are just throwing out there because they've been
I
wrong
don't
on
know
a bunch
because
of shit.
there's so much propaganda. I have no
Legally-
idea. I have no idea.
Legally, is he a felon, or do we have to wait till the sentencing process, or do we have to wait until all the appeals processes are
I think
over?
as of now, legally, he's considered
It's
a
considered a
convicted
felon
because
now.
he's been convicted by a jury.
Okay.
But
But I didn't know if that was sat in limbo
It has-
until
his
appeals
sentencing,
process and the...
I think
sentencing.
you're considered that from the day you're convicted.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's your. I think it's the responsibility of him and
He's
his
not
defense
gonna
team
go to jail.
What do you mean, jail?
Yeah. How do you feel? There was someone
I
who said this that made me laugh. But
What?
how do you feel about being a Secret Service agent and your duty is to follow Trump around, and now he has to go to jail, and now your job is to go sit in jail?
Well,
with him
Mayor Adams said that
doing
they've already
nothing?
figured that out.
What do you mean they figured it out?
How they're going to deal with all that. That was decided weeks ago, apparently, too, which is suspicious to me.
Okay, if you're deciding that weeks ago, he is going to jail then.
I don't know. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going to happen. Either way, it doesn't. If he doesn't go, there's going to be half the country that's pissed. If he does go, there's going to be half the country that's pissed. We're headed towards
Half the country being
half
pissed.
the country being pissed, like it's been for 20 years now.
If he gets reelected, that's the problem I have. If he gets reelected, I don't want to listen to all the bullshit rhetoric every day.
It'll be every day.
Every day. Every day. I made a bet on this trip with Susie one night. Kimmel was on the TV, and I said,
Sucks so bad. now.
"Sucks so bad." I said, 2 jokes in.
Does
It goes to Trump, and then his entire monologue from that point on is attacking Trump, and he's been doing this for now 6 years.
And he's not literate politically at
No.
all. He has no idea what's going on. He thinks
I'm
because
talking-
he has a kid or something that's disabled. Is it or something that he was worried about with Obamacare or something? Remember when he cried? He did the.
I think his kid's autistic.
That's what.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything big.
And so why was he upset at Trump?
I don't know.
Because Barron.
I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel's a piece of shit.
He really is. man.
He is a piece of shit. He's not funny. His show's not funny. His show hasn't been
What's his
funny
name?
in years.
Carried him in the Man Show.
And this is a guy that, somehow he's in with the Hollywood elite because he sucked their dick hard enough. He's with the ABC elite because he's always doing their upfronts and everything. And he travels around and does he's like the flag bearer for ABC. And somehow he got in there and turned his back on all his boys growing up when he was on the Man
Like
Show.
comics and stuff.
All of them. And all of them hate him now.
They're
like, fuck that guy, dude. He's not a good dude. Like, what's his name? Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla. That's what I'm saying. Adam
Yeah.
Carolla was carrying that.
Yeah.
And when you talk
It's
to
like,
Adam, when
fuck
you
him.
hear Adam Carolla talk, he sounds like he still has a sense about him, like he's not brainwashed. Whereas when you hear Jimmy Kimmel or what's the other cat that on CBS that has been shit ever since he left the Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
I guess I'll take
What's
our
his name?
tickets away for seeing that show when we were up there.
I'll go see I'll go see what's his name, Jon Stewart do it.
No, I know you. Yeah,
But what's the guy's name that went to CBS? He can't.
That
dude,
took over
his
for
comedy's
Letterman.
terrible. He's
Stephen
delusional
Colbert.
too. Stephen Colbert. He's delusional too. It's
No,
like
he's
they've
not.
lost their damn mind.
Well, he was playing a character on the Daily Show that was great.
Yeah,
and he
should've
even
left
says
it.
that's a character. But when he went to take over for Letterman, which how the fuck you do that? Take over for greatness. But he took the character out. He was no longer the character.
And then he wasn't funny.
And then it's just Mr. Dude sitting here interviewing people and all their
Methinks, Mr. Dude.
Aloha, Mr. Dude. I don't know. It's I don't want to listen to it. That's why I need to
Go to the country. That's what you need to do.
disappear. You start realizing a lot of things.
When you disappear?
Well, when you're thinking about things like this, like, I don't know. Family's not always going to be here.
No, yeah, it's because
And
you and I are
there's
reaching
not
the
gonna-
age of mortality where we start thinking about our mortality a lot.
Yeah. And things that lock you down aren't going to lock you down anymore. Your friends become pieces of shit.
Well, sorry, man.
They don't want to go to state parks with you anymore.
They don't like going camping.
They don't like going camping. And they don't like going to watch eclipses.
They make you vote for a guy that doesn't have a brain.
And then they sit around
completely brainless.
Yeah. They're all... You know what? Slipknot's right. People equal shit.
Well, we knew that, yeah.
Maybe we end the show.
Yeah, we're the virus. We are the virus. We've always been the virus. Good night.
And God bless America.
Sorry about that.
I killed it. The show's over. Bye. Stream. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye. Pray for my mental health as I hate America. Bye. So, what I wanted to... Hold on, let me show